And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or the afternoon, or the morning, depending on where you're watching from. Good day to you all, and welcome to the Hump Day Chinwag, where we're just going to discuss a load of TV stuff, news that's happened over the last 24 to 48 hours, through to last week, because we are now a weekly show rather than 2 weeks. So ignore the banner at the start of the show where it says every 2 weeks. It's now every week. So you got more to look forward to. And without more further ado or any of that good stuff, we're going to start bringing people on. So welcome. See plenty of people in chat. Thank you very much indeed for joining us this evening. And let's start bringing out the usual rabble. So I'll say hello to the partner in crime for most of my streams. It's Smooth the DJ. How you doing, brother?
How's things? I'm doing well.
Fucking
apart from what?
Shite.
Master Accuracy, yeah. I mean, that show made me question my existence a little bit.
I'm gonna say it to Stasis Geek in a minute, because obviously Stasis did his first review today. So for those that are in chat, Stasis Geek, regular on the panel, did his first live review of the Akashite Part 1 or Episode 1, and all I simply said in one of the comments is Space Fires. And as soon as it happened, without further ado, let's put it this way: the stupidity is unreal in that program. I can't see how that has even come to the light of day. I really can't.
I mean, you know the age-old saying, "In space, nobody can see you burn," right?
Yeah.
I mean, that goes without saying.
I mean,
so
there's certain space sci-fi TV programs that have done space very, very, very well. Films have done it very, very, very well. And then at the other sliding end of the scale, you've got Packashite, which clearly has not fucking understood physics or space or consulted any form of fucking scientist whatsoever to bring his program together. So what do you expect? I mean, it's utter drivel and dross. So I can't wait to start reviewing the whole thing. It's great.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Oh, I tell you, I'm gonna need fucking
a little bit of my soul died after saying that. But yeah.
So without further ado, let's bring on our next panel member, and I've spoken to him already, and we've already mentioned his name. It's Stasis Queef. Hello, darling. How the devil are you?
Well, it's Space Fires and the Revenge of the Scissoring Lesbians. That's the best way you're going to tell how this show's going to go on. And I meant you two, not the acolyte.
I mean, you two. You are talking about me and Smooth, definitely.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
We clearly watched the wrong acolyte then.
Damn it! Somebody said watch Space Lesbians, and that's what I started watching.
That's true.
That is it.
I'm assuming you picked up on the whole mothers.
Yeah, well, I laugh because the best way to watch Lucasfilm Disney is to put the subtitles on as well, because they say more crap at the bottom than they actually of the show, so it is quite funny. So yeah, it is terrible, but I did laugh. I actually nearly had a heart attack. This is episode 6, and the music started, and I forgot it was going to happen, and then literally jumped, and literally a bit of poop came out. I was like, "What the fuck?
Where's your cup of tea?"
That's right, yeah.
Good lad, good lad. I have now transformed. I am the master as fuck your pronouns. Anyway, let's see if that goes viral.
Isn't that episode 4? They're going to do that. We're introducing.
I think so.
I think it's episode 4 or 5.
That's the rumors, isn't it?
Okay, so our next contendant on today's episode, we haven't seen him in a while, so we're not sure
allegedly
how he's been. He went to ground, and who knows? It's Greg.
Hey.
Hello.
How you doing? Greg. Is my mic? First thing, is my mic working?
Who said that?
It is.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, yes.
Yes. You're fine. No, you're fine. How you doing, brother?
Oh, I'm glad to be here because it means I'm sitting down for 5 minutes.
Must have taken a while getting out of that
5 minutes.
Wow. Didn't you have family? Didn't you have family?
Yeah, I was doing the Tomby thing with kids and grandkids, plus building works going off, crazy stuff. So yeah, it's been a bit of a nightmare.
No, that's good. But it's the thing is every time, and I'll say this to Tam, and we'll speak to Tam in a minute, and she'll even confirm this. Every time we have the family here or the kids here, we always say, "Fuck, I'm glad they've gone home, but I am fucking knackered."
Love
because
them or
we're
hate
absolutely fucking shattered. But we wouldn't swap it for anything. We wouldn't swap having them underneath the roof. We wouldn't swap the fact that 15 different kids go into the fucking toilet, so I don't get to have a fucking shit for 3 days. They hog the fucking bathroom. They hog the freaking shower. Little bastards leaves clothes everywhere, but to be honest, it's one of the best things. So I fucking love it. I love it every time they're here. So yeah, it's good. It's good. Also,
well, like my youngest is well, my youngest grandson now. He's like he was 2 weeks old when they came to stay. So I've been doing baby bottle sterilizing and all of that jazz as well.
I love it when they're that fucking young though, because it's
no trouble.
Weird. It's such a weird fucking feeling.
They don't know how to sit or lie or anything. They just feed me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually feed me, clean me, rock me, feed me. It's those four things.
Yeah,
it's those four things.
Very simple.
Jay, get in the chat. Get in. Come and join us. But it is good to see Greg as well. Have you? Did you purchase the expansion for World of Warcraft?
I did, but I've not tried it yet. I've been too busy. I haven't played any games in a long time.
The beta has only just released. We were able to download it probably around about 5-10 minutes ago.
Okay, I'll do it after the show.
So you crack it on. Take it, mate.
I saw Steelegg playing it earlier.
I bet he has.
Or trying to play it, more like.
Right. Okay. Next, let's bring on the next contendant. And we haven't seen this chap for a while. Where's he been? It's Jack. How you doing, Jack?
I'm doing all right, thanks. Hello, everybody. I haven't got any camera at the moment. Different setup, but nevertheless, I'm here. I've got my cup of coffee with me. Everything's going great.
Bad. How's the PC troubles been?
Terrible. It's absolutely terrible.
I think I'm gonna have to just drive up and sort you out, in many ways.
Maybe. I wonder if you could do something for me right now, actually. Is there any way that you can like turn the bit rate for the stream down? Because I can barely hear a word that any of you guys are saying. And it only happens when the bit rate's really high.
I don't know if I can.
Is it a StreamYards thing?
I don't know if I can.
Yeah, it's a StreamYards thing. It's like when it's coming through to me, it's like I can barely hear it. It's like in really high definition, and it isn't usually when it's coming through to me. So I don't know what's going on.
Feel the same.
Yeah.
Can you hear? Can everyone hear me clearly and everything?
Yeah, everything's on fine.
Okay, good. So the upload is good. It's just my download, I think.
Yeah, which
But nevertheless, I watched Acolyte.
Yeah, did you enjoy it? I'm sure you did.
Well, enjoy is a very no, I didn't.
I enjoyed it for all the wrong reasons. Let me just put it that way.
So laugh a minute in the worst ways.
Oh hell yeah!
Look, we're going to get into it a little bit later, but there are some things that I thought, okay, that's not bad. That's how I see like the Jedi, for example. That there's certain things about the Jedi that I saw, but realistically, it really is what you've been saying, a pack of shite.
Yeah, and I think that's universally accepted as the fucking Rick. Jack's just having trouble understanding English.
English girl.
English.
And talking about the English, why not bring on our next foreigner, Hanayama-san? How you doing, brother?
Living as always.
Yeah,
Living
as always.
The funny thing is, living as always somehow after watching The Acolyte. Oh, God, Jesus.
Yeah, I question my existence at watching that show at times. Like honestly,
absolute fucking garbage.
Yeah. I think it's just gonna be fucking absolutely destroyed. For the remaining episodes of the season, considering that rumors have it that these 2 episodes are the best out of the season.
Jesus.
It's gonna be freaking dreadful. It's gonna be dreadful. But what do we see? Steel leg of history with the $2. Thank you very much, Rita. The $2. Be blessed. We'll watch after stream. You take care of yourself, Steel leg. You're going live with some World of Warcraft, I do believe. So thank you very much indeed, Steel Legs. Appreciated. It's appreciated.
We did 2 American yen.
Yep.
American pesos.
Okay. So let's moving on. Flav, how you doing?
Flav.
So let's bring on our first lady today. It's Abe.
Hey!
Lol.
Hey, Abe.
How we doing?
I fucking needed to
Good,
do
my
that.
dude.
Sorry, mate.
I love your title, by the way.
Oh,
I love your
dear.
title.
Yeah, disdainful acolyte watcher.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
How's life been treating you though, Abe?
Rather boringly, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, that's not good.
Like the best form of...
Surprisingly British of you.
Sorry, I've not been streaming, Abe.
It's okay, Greg. Catch up at some point.
We need to get you
Yeah.
streaming, Abe. We need to get you streaming, man.
Heck yeah.
I don't really know what I'd stream though.
OnlyFans?
I mean, that's more of a Rumble job, isn't it?
I mean, be honest, Tommy. We could also just have Abe gush over daily dysfunction for 2 hours, just reading poetry.
Abe, the best thing you can do is
Or
do
ads.
adverts.
A gushing
all day long.
stream.
Yeah, exactly. Gushing.
Are you saying?
Oh,
sounds wrong.
That content.
That sounds wrong on
sounds
so
quite
many
dodgy.
levels.
Yeah.
Paid content,
so
man.
wrong.
Man.
Oh, daily dysfunction. Would you like
Gushing
to
Wine,
stream.
discuss?
That sounds horribly wrong.
So Abe can't
My
stream
name's
because
Abe, and I would really love daily dysfunction to gush all over me.
Really, Abe? Shocking behaviour. Shocking. Anyway,
No lies were spoken.
Speak of the devil, there she is.
Yeah, there's daily dysfunction gushing already. Oh, we both clicked that at the same time.
We're pros at this, guys. Honestly.
Okay.
Abe can't stream though because he'd have to take too much time off watching everyone else's streams, literally everyone else's streams, and being active in chat on everybody's streams at the same time.
Maybe that's what
At the
do.
same
Pretty
time.
much.
Just
That's
go in
pretty
on
much-
every stream yourself, trolling whilst you're in everybody else's stream. There
Well,
you
just
go.
do a full-blown streamception.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do stream shout-outs. Let's go and terrorize this streamer for 10 minutes.
Yeah, but
And
I'd
then
just be
bounce-
going
bounce
in
around
them
them.
and giving shout-outs to Daily Dysfunction. And people be like, who's Daily Dysfunction?
Who the fuck is she?
And
I'm like-
in the meantime, reading ads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah,
know?
you need to get into.
All right, maybe we
definitely
need to work on the
get into
content a
voice
bit.
acting. Say again, Greg.
I said maybe we'd need to work on his content a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, we should probably.
voice acting for sure. Voice acting for sure. Right, the regular that normally plays with me quite often, quite in person, and sometimes in game. It's the Ickly Pickly. The
Good
voice of
evening, all.
reason.
Hello,
How
Tom.
you doing, Nickel?
Evening.
I'm all right. I've got my. Well, I did have a cup of coffee, but waiting for you lot to finish gassing, and it's now empty.
I was going to say my cup of tea's kind of like disappeared now, so I'm kind of pissed off with myself. Even in the might of Az, which is a bigger cup because it's American, because everything American do is bigger. It's pretty much gone now.
You could
so
say they were compensating with that mug, but sure.
yeah, I mean, they are definitely compensating for something. But the giant mugs, I will say, the giant mugs make for a good brew. Oh, what's that on your
They
wall,
do.
by the way, Smooth?
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm just looking at it.
So, Smooth, the DJ, what are you compensating for?
I don't know. I'm German. I've got any excuse in the world to
Pretty
not
much everything,
answer
then.
this one.
Fucking German. He's pretty much everything. Oh,
Tom,
dear.
why are you
literally
wearing a
everything.
Canadian hat, by the way?
Why? I've got loads of different hats. I want to show my what's the word?
Hats of the world.
How inclusive I am of
I'm
people
very
from all
inclusive as
over.
well.
Because we've got Americans, we've got Germans, we've got Japanese, we've
Before you go
got
start that
Canadians, we've got Brits, we've got Americans. I can get my other cap on if you feel offended by the Canadian one, mate.
No,
Just
I
name
just
a
wondered. I
country.
thought it might have been like a special Canada Day or something like that. You know,
No.
or a Canadian holiday you were celebrating for some
It's
reason.
Gesture of
Literally
solidarity
for-
with the Commonwealth.
Yeah, it's literally for the Canadians in chat. The Canadians.
Mhm. The Canadians from Canada.
Yeah, that's the
Dun,
one.
dun, dun, dun.
It's for the
Look.
one specific Canadian that's gonna get shit on later.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. Especially by the Brits. No spoilers, but yeah, someone's going to get
This is
shit.
called foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing. Why do you think I'm wearing this
Business.
cap?
Call this foreshadowing.
Why do you think I'm
Yes.
wearing this cap? Because I'm going to make a fucking cup of tea in it. Anyway, and next,
Microwave it.
fucking microwave
microwave
the
it.
cap.
Oh,
Oh, that's a fucking great
God.
idea. We can microwave the cap and turn it to flat cap. Anyway, right.
Don't do that.
Yanni is in the house.
Hey, friends.
Hey,
Hey,
I,
Yanni,
for one,
how's
love
your day
Smooth's
going?
background. I think his background is fantastic.
Thank you.
I like it.
I'm pretty happy with it.
Far too
Yes,
many stars and stripes for my
I-
liking.
I do.
Yeah.
love
If,
his
if
ruffled
he
head
does
covers.
flip it, if he flips it, is the Confederate flag. Just to let you know.
You can't see it, but I'm actually flipping it right now.
I bet
You're
you
flipping
are.
it. You mean this one?
Mhm.
This is my fucking flag.
You're right, Jim. How you doing?
Hey, Jim.
But thank you very much indeed, Yanni. How's things going in the real world? How's the kittens?
Oh, thank you. They're doing okay so far. The kitties have recovered. They're holding steady right now. The husband got sick though, so if you hear a sneeze in the
Oh,
background, that's what's
bless
going on. He's homesick.
Oh, what a big,
We'll say Gesundheit on
what a
occasion
big
then.
Jesse.
Perfect.
Oh, shocking, shocking. Did you? The question is, did you make him some soup or a nice cup of drink? Make him hot?
I
Or knit him
did.
a
I've been
scarf.
trying my best to take care of him. I've never been a very good wife.
I was just about to say, Greg, did you just say, did you knit him a willy warmer?
No, I didn't. I said scarf.
No, I tried, but I ran
Um,
out of yarn.
Ooh.
Why would a wife with a
Right on
vagina
yarn.
need to knit him a willy
Scarf
warmer?
or the willy warmer?
Fair point, Jack.
Well, Jack, look at it this way. At least she didn't need to do a vajazzle, you know?
Exactly.
I was just about to spit my fucking the
Get
last
your
of my
Jack
tea
down on my
out, which
fucking
is sacred
I'm not
to
high
me.
maintenance enough
Tea
for that.
crime. Tea crime.
Yeah. But the good news is that plenty of people in chat. Good to see you guys. Good to see you.
Good to see you
And we
guys.
do have quite a few new people in chat, so thank you very much indeed for joining us.
And
you
we're
very much
sorry.
indeed.
And we're
Um,
sorry. You know.
Oh yeah, we're
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
yeah. We're
Remember
When Greg,
Post
when,
streaming
when
is-
Greg starts getting his top off, we're really sorry, but we just can't. We can't control it.
How you doing, Catherine? Good to see you. I did actually see. No takes. There it is. Unfortunately, I'm still at work. If I can get through traffic quick enough, I'll pop into the stream. Yeah, more than welcome anytime, mate. More than
Hey
welcome
Jay,
anytime.
just yell with your very nice Boston accent. Hey, I'm driving here. Following a groom for you.
Oh, he's such a good sport.
And
love
David
it.
Funky
That was
just saying, bring the olive oil. I mean, that goes without,
That was
goes without
that was for
saying.
Abe.
Yeah.
Oh,
Goes without saying.
so yeah, I just want to add to that what Daily Dysfunction saying there. I am still offering free breast massages to anybody who wants them. I'm
He's going to
now,
start offering a 10%
offering-
discount soon.
Well, I'm actually offering a husband and wife combo deal where you only have to pay for the guy.
Do we get
Fucking
coupons?
wrong. That's fucking wrong on so many levels.
Fucking coupon.
Jesus Christ.
Do you get
Is
pooped
this-
on? No.
Is this
No
where we can
coupon.
get fucking coupons on honey?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Tommy, did we get? Do me and Tommy get a veterans discount?
Does,
This
if,
turned
if
very
we
gay
get the
all of a
veterans
sudden.
discount, does Greg get the old pensioner discount?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've come
You're
up with a
giving me
name for your
ideas
business
now, you
cat.
know. You're giving me ideas. I should really add these.
Go your bus pass, get
To the
20%
deal.
off.
Exactly.
Little did you know this is your marketing team.
Talking of marketing, I've come
Well,
up with a
good
name
God.
for your business, Jack.
Yeah, TAR10. There you go.
Pro bono.
Discount code TAR10.
Pro bono.
Boner.
Pro bono, yeah.
I feel like that's a good segue.
It's a good segue to something.
Well, actually,
where
I
are we
mean,
going?
there are some side effects to the olive oil breast rubs. They will cause an erection. Fortunately, it's my erection.
Please see the police if the erection doesn't go away. And
and Rick just
And
simply
ends up
says,
inside
"Gay
you."
starts with olive oil.
Wow.
How you doing, Julie? It's
That's
good to see you.
even
Good to
gayer
see
than
you.
anything else. Really? Hey.
Right. I think,
We also got,
yeah, so
Okay.
thank you very much indeed for everybody that's joined us this evening in chat. we're going to kick straight off with some of the most recent news that's been going around the interwebs for some time. Obviously, everyone's aware of our first topic that we're just going to discuss. I deliberately was trying to stay away from the topic last week, simply because I didn't know enough, and I didn't think many people know enough, apart from probably Jack, about the topic enough to comment fully and get a really good conversation going. But I think we're essentially there now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring up our first one, and then we're going to crack on with the discussions, guys. And what was actually really interesting, certainly from my perspective with this first topic, was the newspaper that actually reported it. So slides, no slides. Chesgrino Patronum. And there we go. Our first item of the day in the Daily Mail Online, which is a shithole rag.
A piece of shit.
Yeah, it's definitely a piece of shit from the UK, but I guess it's a small step up from the Sun newspaper. YouTube lawyer Nick Rekeita, who's shot to internet fame in a Depp Heard trial, is arrested along with the wife, drugs, guns, endangering kids, as cops say he had white powder on his nose in video.
Wow.
So, obviously, a couple of weeks back, so Nick Rekeita, someone we all know from many of the streams of Fellowship, of his Johnny Depp trials, or just his general LawTube content that he's been doing for quite some time. He's been across on YouTube, he's been over on Rumble for some time now. But yes, the video surfaced quite recently of him looking rather disheveled, and I was actually quite shocked by the transformation. I think I spoke with Smoother DJ and a couple of the others. I think it was actually last week.
Last week, yeah.
When we watched the actual transformation, you see where he looks quite nice and healthy, and then all of a sudden it's like night and day difference. Completely pasty skin, looks disheveled, doesn't look like he's been taking care of himself or anything else. So, yeah, it was certainly a... Oh, hello. Something's changed on my screen. Go away. Go away.
I mean, in all fairness, he looked like he was auditioning for a role as the Lich King in the next live-action World of Warcraft movie.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say he looked like he was about 3 months away from being Skeletor.
Yes.
Wow.
You're not wrong.
I mean, my first reaction was he looks like he's just been smashing the meth with the amount of weight he clearly lost in his face. I mean, the last time, and we'll raise the pictures, and even his missus looks like she's got that.
Well. She looks awful.
I'm on the. Yeah, she looks freaking god awful, and I know what they looked like before all of this actually started. I mean,
it's always around the eyes. It's the eye sockets that kind of give it away, I think, and then like get to the cheeks.
Yeah, and the gorge cheeks.
Mugshots are not that flattering a lot of the time, though.
Granted. Nope. Granted.
Well, they may not be flattering, but that mugshot is more flattering than him in that last video.
Absolutely.
I do have to say, before I even knew what was going on, me and my husband popped in on Nick's stream and saw how just gone he was before any of this came out. And he actually looks better than what he did on the stream when we last checked.
Well, I mean, now that I know that he had ketamine in the house, or that he's been accused of having ketamine in the house, after looking back at that stream, I used to be a heavy ketamine addict years ago, and it looks like that's what he had taken right at the end of the night. Not necessarily cocaine. It looked like he'd taken ketamine just from the way that he was acting, because cocaine don't do that to you. Even with drink, it don't make you look like that. It makes your eyes big and wide, and like 2 fucking pennies. You don't look like that when you're on cocaine, but you do look like that when you're on ketamine, most definitely.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tranquilizer. It's not a stimulant.
Yeah, because I mean, the thing is, cocaine would be buzzing off his nuts, really, wouldn't he?
Oh yeah.
He'd be absolutely bloody buzzing off his nuts. And clearly, looking at that video where his camera's still on, and it looks like he's stroking his leg underneath the desk.
He was getting a blowjob.
Yeah, I mean,
No, that was a different video.
Was that a different video?
It was that one. No, he was getting a blowjob. No, Ickle, I've got to disagree with you. I already know better than it. I already know better. I know for a fact he was getting a blowjob in that specific video. I know for a fact.
Yeah, because
no, because I've heard that I've taken the video. I've taken the video for myself. I've doubled up this audio tracks, and I can hear it for myself. He's getting sucked off. He's not masturbating. He's not doing anything. I can hear him getting sucked off.
Yeah, and the woman actually says to him, "It's still on."
Yeah.
Really? Oh,
yeah. And she says, and I think she's. Oh, the time you're thinking about, Ickle, is another time where you can actually hear her say, "Stop it," and he goes, "Oh, it's over now. Don't worry about it." Yada yada. But this time it was exactly the same thing. Yeah, you could hear it without a doubt. It was, because I one of the private chats, someone. Turned around and said, "Well, I haven't had an opportunity to listen to the immersive sound experience yet, but unless it was literally gluck gluck gluck, I don't want to know." And in my head, I was going, "Well, that's what it was."
I'd die of embarrassment if that had happened to me.
Smooth. Is that a picture of his missus?
Well, thinking that one's a Photoshop. The left, I just realized the left one's the Photoshop. I'm looking for a different picture as we speak right now, actually.
Yeah.
But just cool. Look at the comparison on that picture that I sent compared to what he looks like now. It's fucking insane.
There's a picture on, I think it's Instagram, from about January time, where they actually looked fairly normal.
I think I've got a picture of them here. Let me just.
He said that he was channeling what's his name, Nick Cage in what's the fucking movie? There's a movie where he does a mugshot and he was channeling Nick Cage in this mugshot. He wanted to come across like that. So that's a purposeful pose in that mugshot there.
Yeah, he does not come across like fucking Nick Cage. Like, nope.
No. Yeah, there's one.
Nick the Nose.
Yeah, Nick the Nose. I mean, that nose can hoover up quite a lot.
I've seen that nose live. It looks bigger on camera.
Deal.
I've seen it. I've seen him in Texas when I was there. His nose is actually not that big, but the cameras are not very flattering with the angles.
But did his nose enter the room 3 hours before he did?
No, Camelot had to escort it out of the room an hour earlier.
Well, I mean, the thing is, look at this middle image, and it is a stark difference. Fucking hell! I tell you what, I fucking hate Instagram.
It's awful.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. But look,
I just want to say, going back to what we were just talking about, though, I think that getting a blowy under the desk and getting caught on camera doing that is way cooler than getting caught masturbating on stream.
Well, if it's going to be one or the other, I mean,
yeah. I suppose so.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you don't want to go down the DSP route, do you? I mean,
precisely.
Wow. Was the camera on his whole time?
It may have been better had it have been his wife and not somebody else's wife.
Yes. Well, there's
that's
that.
a good point.
Well, that's a fair point, actually. Yeah,
very good point. And
but how do we know that it wasn't Kayla below the desk? We don't. It could have been. It could have been her.
No.
Yeah, I
but it probably wasn't. But it could have been.
Is it?
Yeah, but I doubt it was.
No, I very much doubt it was his missus. Bearing in mind all of the other, the problem is far too many rumors still, even at this time, and that's why I was deliberately shying away from it last week, because there just wasn't enough information, and it was still speculation of some of the things.
But as Legal Mindset pointed out about all of this, the good thing is that this trial, all of the previous investigation and everything running up to it, and then the trial going forward is going to be completely streamed. There's going to be so many people going over every document that comes out. There've been people on Kiwi farms that have put together like £3,500 to get body cam footage access of the police and stuff. So the microscope of all of the internet and law tube is going to be on this trial, and it's kind of
it's ironic, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like ironic.
Yes.
I second what Flav is saying here.
He spent too much time emulating edgelords. I hope he gets better for the sake of his kids.
Absolutely.
Yeah. True that, yeah.
And people
100%.
can bounce back. I mean, nobody died. Nobody was severely injured or anything like that. And,
thank God.
Hopefully, because the kids don't need to be raised by the grandparents or whatever. Hopefully the two of them get their shit sorted out and get back into family life and never do it again.
Yep.
Well, so my
that's the
issue
hope,
with
but-
this whole situation is been that everyone has been focusing on the accusations that led to the arrest warrant, right? Those are not what he's been charged with. Those accusations are not what either of them have been charged with, right?
Yeah.
But this is what people keep focusing on. They keep going on about dirty fucking countertops. They keep going on about smelly kids, unfed kids. That's not what they've been charged with. So you haven't got a fucking clue what has happened in that house or what's led up to it. But what we do know right now is that family members grassed him up. We know that parishioners grassed him up, and we know that the school, church school teachers grassed him up. All those circumstances combined, all the accusations combined were enough to go to a judge to get a warrant. Once they obtained that warrant, they were perfectly within their legal rights to enter the house, no matter what First, Fourth and Fifth and Sixth Amendment to the Constitution you try to pull out of your fucking arse. It went to a judge, they signed off on a warrant, they were able to get into the house. Now, the thing is, right, this is the legality of it. Once they're inside the house, whatever they find, that is what they have charged him with, So one, it was a control, having possession of a controlled substance. The second one was having a firearm whilst in possession of a controlled substance. And the third one was child endangerment, with a child being in the presence of the sale of or possession of or manufacture of a controlled substance. Nowhere in the charges does it say smelly kids, dusty countertops, or anything like that. Right? Now, what people have been arguing is that because they think that the warrant was obtained unlawfully and unconstitutionally, there is a case law that states it doesn't matter whether or not the search warrant was faulty in some way. If the police believe that they were acting in good faith on the warrant as it was signed by a judge, and that's what they would rely upon, the fact that a judge signed the fucking thing off, right? Whatever they find, even under that faulty warrant, is still admissible as evidence. They are still chargeable offences, okay? Now, more might come out in the future as the investigation goes on, but anyone talking about dirty kids, dusty countertops, or starving children, they are completely out of their minds. Let them just get on with their investigation. We've seen what the charges are, Let's see this play out now.
See, I'm picturing now warrants being issued for people's kids being smelly and having dirty.
It's not just that, though. It's the totality of the circumstances.
Yeah,
that's the point. It wasn't just smelly kids.
The thing is, the kids and some of the other things have just given the coppers cause enough to look at what's going on in terms of videos and started watching the videos, watching the streams, and it's like, well, they collected a load of more information to then proceed to go to the judge. The judge has to fucking sign off on it. If the judge didn't think there was enough for something to be investigated, charged, or whatever, whether it's endangerment of the kids or whoever, whatever it may be, fruit of the poisonous tree, yes, correct. It's irrelevant, because as soon as that judge has signed off on the warrant And the fact that, from what I've heard as well, is when the coppers turned up at the house, they were refused entry, at which point they used the battering ram to go in. At that point, when they go into the property, they found all the other paraphernalia, whether they found the, obviously it's on screen there, 26 grams of coke, 8 ketamine pills, scales, AR rifle, several magazines, 22 caliber spent casings. I mean, why is there a spent casing? Where's the freaking round? 2 credit cards belonging to someone else, and the various drug paraphernalia. That's now.
I just want to address what Rick's been saying in the chat there. I understand where you're coming from, mate. He says not quite. The search warrant must have scope. They can't just go anywhere they wanted. It may have been executed unlawfully. I understand where you're coming from, but after researching the statutes and researching the case law involved, if the police officers believe that they were acting in good faith on the warrant that was signed, whatever evidence they found is still admissible. That is the case law.
They only need probable cause.
Yeah, don't get it twisted between probable cause and reasonable suspicion of committing a crime. There are two different things. All they needed was probable cause. They had this had been going on for weeks, or a couple of weeks. At least a week before that stream. After that stream aired, that sort of sealed the deal. That was all the extra evidence or probable cause that they needed to go to a judge and get a warrant. The fact that he was acting that way on stream, he had that what looked like white powder on his nose, and anyone who's saying that they couldn't fucking see it is a fucking liar. Right? Because he was there, I watched it myself, and I could see it even. Right? And so I understand what you're saying, Rick, but the case law says that as long as the police officers were acting in good faith, even if the warrant was faulty, it's still admissible in evidence. Now, I just want to touch on one more thing in that article there. 26.67 grams of cocaine, right? The limit is actually 50 grams, but when guns are involved, it gets reduced to 25, right? So if it's over 25. However, that was with the packaging. So all the little baggies and everything that came with it and the vials and all that, that's what was reported, 26.67 grams. I know for a fact through personal experience that each one of those baggies is going to be at least 0.9 grams, okay? Nearly a gram each. Yeah, so it's going to take it below the 25 grams anyway, which will actually reduce his sort of maximum sentence, because right now it's 25. It's 25 years, but it will reduce it to about 2 years.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, Highlander mentions there, leave the AR rifle out of this. I mean, the thing is the fact that there's a firearm found amongst narcotics. So it's irrelevant whether it's an AR or whether it's a fucking bazooka.
No. Here's how specific it is, right? It doesn't matter whether there were any guns in the house. If one casing, one bullet was in the house whilst drugs were in the house, that is what they got charged with. You are not allowed to have guns or ammunition in any amount around a controlled substance whilst using a controlled substance. That's the law.
Yeah.
No matter how many bullets you have, providing it is not zero, they can't charge you if there is no fucking bullet, if there is no ammunition, if there are no guns. Of course they can't charge you, but if there is one single bullet found anywhere in the fucking house whilst they are under the influence, then it's a chargeable offence.
And I expect that's sort of been brought in as a legal framework so that they've got so in terms of gang violence, drug-related violence and stuff, that those are common denominators, so they increase the criminal penalties because being in possession of one automatically makes you in possession of another and another. So you sort of end up having this knock-on domino effect, which is easier to catch a large group of people in one go. I mean, that's the way I'd see it anyway.
I mean, if you really think about like how this whole thing came together, I mean, we are caught a glimpse of the Depp Heard trial in some way, shape, or form, and Nick Rekeita was probably one of the biggest law tubers out there that actually watched the whole fucking trial. And that's probably what led to his downfall, because he got way too big after that. And
I mean, the thing is,
he just couldn't cope with the popularity.
He was regularly at the top of the super chart.
Yep,
regularly.
He always was.
So you could easily say he was.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I was going to say you could easily say he was the biggest name in LawTube on the net at the time.
Yeah,
by far.
Yeah, he was definitely one of the highest earning YouTubers that year. That's for sure. He made a killing with that trial.
And I mean, Rumble contract.
I think the Rumble contract added to that, but his downfall was inevitable, because that was one of the biggest trials he's ever done, next to the Kyle Rittenhouse one. And it was just a matter of time until his downfall happened. I mean, he always had a drinking problem. That was one thing, because he always got way too drunk on streams, especially because some of his friends encouraged him to drink more. But that's on him. He could have stopped at any time, but that goes without saying. But yeah,
I can't judge him. I'm a drug addict. I've been a drug addict. I've been a smoker of weed for a very, very long time. I've taken. There is a shorter list of drugs that I haven't taken. Okay, I cannot judge him, right? But and what's more, it's like dusty fucking countertops. Christ almighty, I've got countertops right now that are fucking dusty. I don't go spring cleaning every fucking day. I'm not a housewife. I'm not fucking doing that. I'm sorry, no, but I'm not. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm not fucking doing that. I'm not going around my house every single fucking day, taking everything off the shelves and dusting every fucking shelf off, and then putting it all back. No, I'll do it like once or twice a fucking year, maybe 3 times a year. Keep on top of the clutter. Keep on top of the disgusting dirt, the grime. Yeah, but dusty shelves, that's fucking nothing.
But you do clean up the olive oil spills, don't you? Please.
Absolutely. Yes. There's never an olive oil spill anyway. There's a lot of... Never mind. Doesn't matter.
He leaves it on the
You know what? At the end of the day, he's made his bed. He can lay in it.
He made his bed, yeah. Yep.
But the kids...
Did he really make his bed, though?
Didn't bloody ask for this.
Exactly, yeah.
It's them that are suffering. At the end of the day... You know, fuck him, fuck his wife. They don't matter. But their poor bloody kids didn't ask to get dragged into this.
No, the kids are the ones I feel sorry for the most, because they didn't ask for this. They didn't want their father to become famous and then having this fucking downward spiral with drugs and everything. And that's the biggest freaking problem, in my opinion, because the kids will have to live with that for the rest of their days, because they always have to be associated with their drug addict or drug father who has done some dumb shit on stream, and eventually led to his own downfall after the soaring rise to fame.
Yeah, and the thing is like, obviously with Jack, speaking there, just saying about his past. I mean, there's probably not many of us on the panel that can say, I haven't taken anything at all. I know I have, hold my hands up, but that was before I joined the armed forces. And I mainly joined the armed forces to not go down the same route that my elder brother did. And my elder brother did absolutely everything, and he now closely resembles Ozzy Osbourne in terms of his speech patterns, his mannerisms. He's got paranoid schizophrenia now. And for me, joining the armed forces was what stopped me going any further down that route. Now, the thing is that when I look at this situation, he's become very, 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 very well known. He's earned a lot of money. Now, there are some inhibitions that do fly out the window when you become very, I would say, internet famous, or definitely have a following of sorts. Has that added to this? Has that been kind of like part of the catalyst to where he is? If he hadn't been as big as he was, would he be in the same position? Who knows? The kids are the most important thing right now. Second to that is obviously both of their health. But the thing is that whatever the outcome may be in terms of what crime has been broken, what the punishment becomes, they've got to accept what that is, whatever gets handed down. If it ends up that something gets tossed out in the court cases, then so be it. Now, the thing is and legal mindset, I think was one of the first persons that I started watching after all of this has started coming out. And one of the most important things he was kept on saying, and certain people, like Nick, were biting his head off for it, was stop fucking talking. Stop berating the judge. Stop berating the coppers.
Yep. Just shut the fuck up.
Live on stream and shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen streams where Nick's given that advice to other people more than once.
Yeah.
And yet it was not, his ego would not let him take his own advice in that situation. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
Well, luckily the judge has been reassigned now. It's not the same judge as in the civil case. No, the judge has been reassigned now.
Yeah, the judge has been.
That was the judge. He said he was on stream saying
berating.
Berating, but also talking about fountains of alcohol gushing from her vagina.
Oh,
on stream.
Vagina juice.
Yeah. Drunkenly, at length. And then that was the judge that signed the warrant, but also that was the judge that he was referred to for the case. So that's changed now, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's kind of funny with him giving the advice of stop talking and then not shutting the fuck up himself. It's like, do what I tell you, not do what I do, which is kind of retarded if you're being honest.
Well,
no,
I guess
no.
He's in a situation where he's coming off a bunch of drugs. I mean, it wasn't like he was high. It wasn't high.
To be fair, he hasn't done anything in his favor to win over the public again. He's been acting like a proper cunt to some of the people that try to help him.
Who were you talking about there, Hanayama? Were you talking about Nick or Legal Mindset?
Nick.
Right, okay, that's fine. I thought you were talking about
Nick's
Legal
not living
Mindset for a
by
second.
No. I'm talking like obviously about Nick, because like he gives the advice like to people to just shut the fuck up. Yeah, meanwhile, he himself keeps running his mouth. It's like, you're not doing yourself any favors there, buddy.
Yeah, no,
I'm trying to find this a tweet that he put out, because he was talking about to Tug, that umbrella guy. He was talking to him online because Tug was saying, Nick, for Christ's sake, shut the fuck up. And then Nick was coming back and saying, calm the fuck down, bro. And he's like, well, we just want the best for you, yada, yada. And you gave this advice yourself. And Nick responds with something like, yeah, well, that, decade-old advice is different now, or something like that. And I'm just trying to find it to find out exactly what he said.
This one. Damn it, Rekeita, stop. Don't mock cops right now. And if you've got to give a disclaimer because of an ongoing case, for the love of God, don't say it publicly.
Yes,
dozens of people screenshot and sent me this. I can't bring myself to look at it. And he just says, chill out for fuck's sake.
Yeah, it's that conversation. So further down in that conversation, they're carrying on, and he turns around and says something about, well, that's decades old advice that I gave people, and now it's different in this sort of online era when things have evolved more online, that sort of thing. He was making some kind of excuse for it anyway. But
I want to.
this one at the top.
Go on.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it were reversed, I feel like you'd be screaming, "Shut the fuck up, Tuck. That ain't good." After what the police noted in reports, I don't feel it's a stretch to say they are watching you. And most cops I've met aren't big on humor, and all are about revenge. Well, he's got a point there. For the most part.
And he goes on to say, actually, I've spoken about this before, and the impracticality of this decades-old legal advice in the age of social media, especially with influencers, the advice is anachronistic.
Well, to be fair, you could have lived by his own words.
Yeah, how is it anachronistic? Like, it still applies.
Yeah,
it does.
It still applies.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again,
I want to highlight.
I
want to quickly highlight a comment, by the way.
Yeah.
In the chat.
Yeah, Mustang McCracken. He says, honestly, the drinking is why I stopped watching. It's fun to do a drunk stream every so often, but it loses its charm when its Eggery stream is getting drunk and yelling the F slur all night. Yeah, and it got really out of hand after the Depp Heard trial. That's why I actually stopped watching Rekeita for a very long time.
I wish him the best because he's recently come out and said that he's going to be changing that. He's changing the format of the show. He's not going to be so focused around drink, etc., etc. Lots of people saying that, like, oh, Kayla's kicked him out of the bleeding house, and so he's having to change studio location. That's why it's a different setup and that. Who knows? Who knows what's going on in the background? It's not for us to say. What we want to see, or what we're hoping to see, is a positive change for him, because there are a lot of people out there who support him and know that he's better than this. They know that he's got a better way, he's smarter than this, right? Now, the one thing I will say about it is he got out on an unconditional bond, and as far as we know, I haven't heard any different. Correct me. Yeah. So that means that if he's in the house and he's still drinking, right, she's not allowed to be around alcohol. She's not allowed to be around drugs. If he's out on unconditional bail and he's still doing all that, it wouldn't surprise me that she wants him out of the fucking house, because she can't be around that, because she will go to jail for breaking bail conditions.
I wonder if he just had the sense of mind to leave. Because he didn't pay for her bond, but he did pay for himself. So like you say, we don't really know what's going on in the background.
Yeah.
Well, there's so many variables to it. You never know. And he could be saying one thing and then do something completely different. And I know you all know this, but he could say one thing and mean it wholeheartedly, but then, the next day he'd go a totally different direction. It's just the curse of this kind of thing.
I just really hope he didn't pay the bond with the intention of going back to what he was doing, because it's an unconditional release.
Yeah.
Because he could be getting hammered from now until his trial. He could be dead by then.
Yeah, and he wouldn't be the first.
Yeah.
Nope. I mean, look at Amy Winehouse.
It just sucks.
Yeah.
Or this,
Well, there's been plenty of famous people, plenty of famous faces that have met untimely ends simply because they were doing the wrong thing at the wrong time and mixed it all together. So
the 27 Club, isn't it?
Yeah, and we all know how a lot of these were accidental. Now you throw on top of that the stress of one, possible marriage falling apart, court-related stuff.
Two marriages.
Two marriages.
Yeah, two marriages, but you know what I mean. You've got the internet on one side, all turning against him. Yes, he's got people trying to be supportive, and don't get me wrong, I find it fucking flabbergasting that Legal Mindset was obviously trying to help him, and all Nick was doing was throwing everything back at him, and obviously, Barnes was trying to go down one route of constitutional bullshit, this and that. And the other.
That fucking guy is a fucking.
That was just feeding into Nick and giving him more ammunition to fucking hang himself off a short rope.
Exactly.
What he needed was someone just to truthfully turn around and say, "Shut the fuck up! You're not doing yourself any favors. Take yourself off the fucking internet for a fucking period of time. Get your fucking household in order. Get your fucking life in order." Sort out the fucking bail for your missus. Fucking do whatever you need to do in order to, in the short term, make life okay. Not for you, not for your fucking missus, for the fucking kids.
What he really needed was a competent lawyer to represent him rather than himself.
The irony of that sentence.
I think in the trial itself, he will be having someone represent him. He was only counsel for himself during his arraignment.
It would be a mistake to do otherwise, because obviously you're going to have some emotionally charged relationship with the facts of the case that you're trying to establish.
There's a conflict of interest if he's representing all three people. I do that.
Heard April's charges were dropped. There are no charges against April.
There's nothing for April. There's nothing for April.
Okay.
There's nothing for April. Now, the thing is that, yes, you could say there's a conflict of interest, but the The thing is, I think the state that he's in, he can represent himself. Not that I would advise him to do so.
Anybody
he could
can.
do.
No, he would.
In any state.
Yeah. Nick can say what he wants, but he's not stupid. If he self-destructs away from her, she can't suffer from it. Yep. Agreed.
It's a fair point, yeah.
Yep.
That is a good point.
Yep.
And when she's reformed, she'll have access. Yeah, they'll have the kids back. So.
Yep. Grim just mentioning there, Nick has helped so many in his chat with advice and hopeful encouragement, but current Nick is definitely not the same Nick from 1+ years ago, sadly. Hope he cleans up for his kids and makes a turnaround. 100%. Now, me and Tam will quite happily say, back in the Johnny Depp trial, we would have Nick's channel on pretty much all of the time because he was very engaging with the audience. He appeared to be very knowledgeable of the law around it. Now, don't get me wrong. He's only, what type of lawyer is he?
Oh, I don't remember. Shoot, what kind was he?
Let me trying to think.
Get him
I don't think he's criminal law though, is he?
He did criminal law, yeah, but he also tried to represent Vic Mignogna and didn't do his job properly.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I think that's the thing to bear in mind is that back in the Johnny Depp, he gave us insight into the peek behind the curtain, as it were, and he also opened up my eyes to a lot of the law tube, and I started watching Legal Mindset, Legal Vices, Drunk DUI guy, or whatever the fuck his name was. There's quite a lot of the other guys that I'd never fucking heard of before. Never really paid much attention to trials and stuff like that were being broadcast live. But it certainly opened up our eyes. Now, ideally for Nick, the family, the kids, get Nick back to then, if not slightly before it, come down off your high horse, come down off your pedestal somewhat. Just settle your Photoshop his spine on you now, apparently Grums is saying. Cheers for that, Hanayama. I'll bring that up in a bit. Getting back to then, and I think he could be on the path to some form of recovery. But at this stage, I mean, I find it very difficult for him to see a way through.
Yeah.
He really needs to have a, I guess, come to Jesus sort of moment. We don't know if he's had it yet or if he's going to, but yeah, he has to make the decision that he wants to turn some things around and then get himself in a position where he can do it. Because you can want to turn yourself around, but if you're in an environment where you're surrounded by drugs or whatever, you're surrounded by that influence, even if you're just a little bit, not even surrounded's not the right word. If you have somebody in your life at all that's in that scene, it makes it that much harder to pull away.
I actually need to issue a correction real quick because Crimson actually pointed out correctly. Ty Beard was Vic's lawyer, yes, but the problem is he hung out with Nick too much, and Nick started giving him advice on how to do the trial when they were on stream together. That's what eventually stifled the whole fucking thing. And it's a bloody shame that has actually come to this, you know.
God,
but yeah, actually, it is Ty Beard's fault. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I mean, I watched Nick for a lot of trials. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Vic Mignogna's been stuck with legal fees for the case as well, so he's out of pocket a lot, and he's associated with, publicly with Nick, and he's basically distanced himself from Nick completely. He's had to hire crisis management team. This is all stuff I heard on Kino Casino. He's had to hire a crisis management team to deal with things, and he's not commenting on the case, I don't think. So,
that sucks.
Yeah.
Daily Dysfunction saying Runkle of the Bailey is my favourite. Actually, I like Runkle. Yeah,
Runkle's good.
I do like Runkle. Legal Vices is fun too. I found a lot of good people through Nick. Yeah, fully agreed.
Same.
Yeah, there's plenty of really good law tubers out there, but there's equally plenty of bad ones as well, in my view.
I ended up following Legal Mindset for the Disney stuff afterwards as well, because that was something I was quite interested in. The downfall of Disney and the shit they were getting up to in Florida and stuff, and he was covering all of that. because that's his speciality. So that was really interesting, and also because he's a planner, and I used to do planning.
The only thing that really saddens me about this whole ordeal is that the whole lawsuit is like imploding in on itself now, because a lot of people are trying to like talk about Nick and monetize the fuck out of him. I mean, granted, we're talking about him now as well, but we're not legal experts.
If you think about it, that's kind of how the situation seems to have arisen, where the Steel Toe podcasts were clout chasing, and they, morally bankrupt people that torpedoed into that household and then have left scot-free with no charges and dumped all of their shit right there. Or it's the Sonny-Chew medallion, which I'm probably...
It's
good. That one. And the Pope hat that came from a satanic sex cult. Those two things probably didn't help.
I mean, I just want to say, watch Gundam's video on that one, because that's pretty fun.
I did.
I just want to say a couple of things on the sort of law tube implosion. The ones who are grifting are constantly harking on about the accusations that led up to the warrant, and not on the charges. They keep going on about, oh, Nick's a shit parent, and Nick's this and Nick's that, and it's like, we don't know fuck all about it yet, okay? We've got is the hearsay of others.
Correct.
Now, the other thing that I wanted to point out was Robert Barnes. Obviously, he's not fucking stupid, and neither is Viva Fry, right? Neither of them are stupid. Otherwise, they wouldn't have become lawyers. They wouldn't have been able to become lawyers if they were stupid. But Barnes is a constitutional lawyer, right? He's Asperger's for the Constitution. He's Kaka for Cocoa Puffs. Do you know what I mean? When it comes to the Constitution, he thinks that like any law that is abhorrent to the Constitution is null and void, yada yada. But in specific states, if the statute has already been enacted, it's the law. And you can't fight it at circuit court level. You've got to take it to the Supreme Court. You've got to take it to the you got to take
the end of the appeal. That's the end.
It's the end of the fucking. So you might be able to argue in appeals court. Yeah, you might be able to argue in appeals court, but it doesn't. It stands more of a chance of arguing it in the Supreme Court because it's a constitutional thing. But while it's down at this level, you can't argue that the warrant was unconstitutional because it's in the fucking statutes and it's in the case law. The warrant was solid according to the statutes and the case law, and there is nothing that anyone can do about it. They have to go to court now. Whether he gets the maximum sentence is going to be another thing completely. Whether they come to some sort of prosecutorial deal, that will be completely different. But right now, the Constitution has absolutely fuck all to do with it.
Correct. Mustang McCracken just mentions in here, I think you guys are doing it coming from a good place, though. A lot of people are just shitting on Nick and giving the detractors a voice. And this is why I deliberately... I wouldn't say necessarily refused to discuss it last week, but I strongly suggested that we didn't go anywhere near it last week because, one, there wasn't enough information. There was too much bollocks flying around. 3, I didn't want it to appear that we were grifting or any form of it on Nick's misfortune. Yes, we are discussing it, but we're also adding some elements that other people haven't done. Jack's talked about his past. I've talked about my past. Other people in the group have talked about some things that have gone on with them. We are coming at it and looking at this from a perspective of experience, understanding, looking at the wider picture. A lot of the others have not looked at the wider picture. And that's what's the most disingenuous thing I found throughout all of some of the people's coverage of this. And they are literally just... fucking Jesus. Now, Uncle Martin, now I imagine Jack giving me a lower back massage accompanied with legal advice. But Uncle Martin, you do know he's going to be coming at you with 2 fingers, maybe 4, and some olive oil. You do know this.
That's the actual coup.
Guns ready.
Excited.
That's the pro bono service.
That's with the discount code, guys.
Yeah, the
pro bono
early bird discount.
with the group on.
Here's how the last one went, right? I can do magic tricks as well, you see, Uncle. So here's how the last one went, right? I says, right, can you feel my thumb up your ass? And he went, yeah. And I went, look, no hands.
Did you pull a Heath Ledger Joker on him? Like, I'm gonna make this disappear.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! On. I'm gonna make this thumb disappear.
He's sticking with the slogan.
No hands.
No hands.
Yeah, this is why they call it the thumbnail.
Is that my supervillain name, the thumbnail?
It is now.
Thank you for adding to my lore.
Thumbnail.
We have Smooth, Tombai, and Thumbnail.
The thing is, Jack, the thing is, how do you know when the person is loose enough for both hands?
They don't have to be.
Because you can clap.
He makes it work.
Because you can clap.
Yeah, I'll tell you a quick joke. I was sitting at the bar this once, right? And I could see this bird sitting at the bar, right? She had no fucking knickers on. I looked at her fanny and all of a sudden it fucking winked at me. And I was like, what the fuck's going on here? I looked again and it smiled at me. I went over to her. I says, here, love, I noticed you got no knickers on and I just fucking saw your fanny. It winked at me and it smiled at me. She says, do you want to stick a couple of fingers in? I says, what? Does it whistle and all?
So
Mate,
uncomfortable. I need an adult.
do you know what?
You've never been to a British pub, have you?
I was expecting a completely different joke. My mind went a completely different way. Because there's jokes like that where she goes, stick two fingers in, stick this, stick that, the other. And at the end, it's the clapping, which is why I mentioned the clapping. And she turns around to you and says, yeah, tight, ain't I? So, yeah, I've heard many jokes like that, mate. I've heard many jokes like that.
Just one more. There's this midget, and he walks into a pub, and he sees this bird at the bar, and he says, "You know what? You're fucking gorgeous, you are." She says, "Excuse me, I've got a husband sitting over there." He says, "Never mind that." He says, "Your tits are as beautiful as I've ever seen on a bird." He says, "She says, right, that's it. I'm going to go over and tell my fucking husband. He's going to have a go at you." He says, "No, hang on a minute. I want to turn you upside down. I want to open up your Jack and Danny. I want to pour a load of beer in there, and I want to drink it out through a straw." She's like, "Right, you disgusting bastard. You wait until I've told my husband this." She goes over to him. She turns around and she says, "You see that midget over there? He's just turned around and he says, he says, I'm the most gorgeous bird in the world." He stands up. He's like, "I'm going to punch his fucking head in." He says, "No, wait a minute." He says, "I've got these massive tits and they're absolutely gorgeous," and he wants to feel them. He says, "Right, he's dead." And then she says, No, wait." He says, "He wants to turn me upside down, open up my Jack and Danny, pour a load of beer in there and drink it out through a straw," and then he sits back down. She says, "Are you going to do anything?" He says, "I'm not messing with a bloke who can drink that much beer."
But
on that note,
they don't make jokes like they used to.
They don't.
Before we move on to the next topic, so thank you very much indeed for talking about that one. The Daily Mail. The rag shithole from the UK. Did you spot the spelling error?
No.
Because I fucking did.
Nowhere.
They've probably got AI editors at this point.
Sores on his arm.
There were sores on his arms.
Gracious.
I spotted that, and my brain's just fucking melting straight away. I'm like,
oh, I bet that's driving me crazy.
The Daily Fail
is correct. The Daily Fail. The Daily Fail. But yeah, so obviously, in a nutshell, guys, ideally, Nick gets his fucking life sorted. His missus gets her life sorted. The kids are on to, I think the kids are with the parents, with her parents, I believe. So hopefully things start going the right direction. Whatever comes of the charges, ultimately they've all got to deal with them, and life moves on. The rest of us have to. He's going to be no different. So let's have a look at.
I just want to add one more thing before we go. The thing about nothing jokey or anything, but the thing about the sores, right? He was saying that, or some people are saying, they were mosquito bites, and I got to be honest with you. Right, I've lived in Spain. I know what mosquito bites are like. When I've scratched them, they look like dirty fucking track marks. I've never taken heroin through an injection, never. Right, I've smoked it, but I've never taken it through an injection. But I had sores all over my arms that looked like fucking track marks. I'm not trying to, as they say, sweeping for Rekeita. That's not what I'm doing. What I am saying is the likelihood with cocaine and ketamine is that he didn't have sores on his arms. Okay?
Yeah.
He didn't.
Yep. Good to know.
The only things that cause that kind of stuff are things like meth or even opiates, because opiates make you itch uncontrollably.
Yeah.
And so you scratch your arms proper bad.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know. Thank you.
I mean, the thing is my mum's fucking allergic to fucking everything, including fucking working. But the when she gets bitten by a mosquito, we lived out in Jib, so stone throw from Spain. Anytime she got bit, she would end up with welts, massive fucking welts. So it's not beyond the wit of man to say, okay, they are reactions to bug bites or whatever, this, that, and the other. It could be mosquitoes, could be from poor cleanliness. When was the last time you had a fucking bath or a shower? Who knows? Again, it comes back to the not enough information. We don't know everything that goes on behind closed doors.
Yeah.
It could be bed bugs. It could be shite in beds. But
Grim, do you really think you get cocaine scratches? Because I don't. I've taken a lot of cocaine and I've never itched once on it. I've taken loads of opioids and I have been like when you see them crack addicts and they're like standing on the side of the street and they're fucking scratching themselves and and give us. Mind you, he's saying that he's cocaine, isn't he? He's crack cocaine, so maybe he's got a point.
Yeah, just reminds me of that Dave Chappelle sketch.
You guys got some crack?
Have you got any of that crack cocaine?
Maybe I'm wrong.
Did I miss the 5 o'clock crack giveaway?
I'm sprinkling it on my sandwich.
But good luck to him anyway. I hope he gets better. I hope that he can turn his fucking life around. But more than anything, and I really sincerely mean this, I hope that the curse of the Sonichu medallion gets broken.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah. There are others out there. Be warned, people.
Just before we fuck off onto the next subject, if anyone out there needs to have a discussion or a chat about anything that we've been discussing about tonight, and you want to drop me a DM or any of the guys a DM, just feel free to reach out to us. We're all here for open ears. So if you're in the shit or anything like that, just come and talk to us if you need someone just to offload some stress to.
Absolutely. Anybody who's been suffering from drug addiction or anything like that, my DMs are always open on Twitter. You can always come to me. You can ask me anything that you want to about it, and I will tell you honestly, and I will tell you how I got over it.
Yep.
Good on you.
Ideally, you can always reach out to us, guys.
Yes.
Yep.
Donald Trump found guilty on all fucking made-up
34.
excuse me. Historic criminal trial. So how many people have been keeping on tabs of this shit?
Hell
yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fucking hell. Christ's sake.
No, I don't know who this guy is.
Yeah, never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
I mean, arguably, he doesn't know who any of us are, so it swings and roundabouts, really, isn't it? But obviously in the news,
Death Gaming, I don't know who you are and I don't care.
What about my vagina? What about vagina?
Space vaginas in space again, is it? Space
Excuse me, princess.
Next Space Vaginas, starring Donald Trump.
Is he gonna grab him?
Grab the man space pussy.
Starring Donald Trump.
Yep.
So, this whole thing just makes my blood boil.
Mate, it's fucking phenomenal. I mean, the thing is a lot of people were turning around and saying, "Oh no, nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to come of it." But knowing it was New York and how corrupt the fucking the court system is there, I knew full well that they were just going to fucking steamroll this shit.
Oh, it's not surprising. It's not. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not surprising at all. And the hypocrisy is, of course, through the roof. But are we pissed? Yeah. But are we surprised? Most of us probably not. I know I'm not. Which sucks donkey dick.
Yeah. Fucking donkey dick indeed. I like your use of language. It's almost like I've heard me say that once. Yeah, so Donald Trump has been found guilty on all counts in his historic New York criminal trial, becoming the first former or sitting president to be convicted of a crime as he makes a bid to return to the White House. A panel of 12 Manhattan jurors unanimously convicted him on 34 counts of falsifying business records on Thursday, with sentencing now set for the 11th of July. Over a 6-week trial, the court heard from 22 witnesses, including Stormy Daniels, whose alleged sexual encounter with the former president was at the center of the case. Trump, 77, called the verdict a disgrace, adding, "We'll fight to the end," and I fucking hope he does. The former president was accused of having concealed a payment to buy the silence of Miss Daniels, a former adult film star, in the final days of his 2016 election campaign. Prosecutors have argued that by approving a scheme to disguise the money as legal expenses, Trump broke election law. Now, as pathetic as it is, even if it is or did actually transpire that, you know what, that is what actually happened, there's fucking better things to fucking find people guilty of than this shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look, no. So, right, that I got to disagree with that take. If it's a crime and he's been found guilty and he's been found culpable by a jury and there is enough evidence, then he's committed a crime, and it's that simple. However, the point is that this was such a corrupt trial. The jurors were given so many fucking instructions about what they could and couldn't take into consideration, and the rules weren't even allowed in the deliberation room. They had to keep stopping and asking what the rules were, basically, instead of having the fucking rules there in front of them. And so basically they made up all these rules. Half of the jury... Huh? What did you say my name for?
No one said anything. No one said anything.
Okay.
The voices I'm speaking to.
Keep talking, sir.
No, it was smooth. No, it was. I heard smooth. He said something about it was Jack or something like that. I was like, what the fuck?
No, I didn't say nothing.
Did I do something?
No, I have no idea, but you are fucking hearing things.
This is the reason
this evening.
This is the reason you don't do drugs, kids.
So have you smelled burnt toast in the last 5 minutes?
Sharon! Anyway, carry on your train of thought, sir. Carry on your train of thought.
I've lost it now.
Okay, I'll go back to my train of thought. Culpability, 100%. If he's guilty of something, fair enough. But what I'm talking about is it's so pathetic a charge that he paid off fucking Stormy Daniels. I'm sure there's worse things we can look at people for. Let's have a look at fucking Biden family and all the shit.
I think she should pay that fucking money back.
Or how about fucking what's her fucking face, Clinton, and the use of emails on non-confidential systems. There's so many things over the course of the last 10 years that should have been charged. Definitely gone to fucking prison, definitely constituted crimes. Fucking Nancy Pelosi must do insider trading every fucking 3 weeks. And she's fucking still out.
Yep.
And they've solely picked this little thing. Because, the point is, yes, he probably is guilty of this. But they've had to find something that he's definitely guilty of to then try and change the law. Because as far as I'm aware, if you've been convicted currently, as of today, if you've been convicted of a crime, you still can be a sitting president. But they're trying to change the law now so that anybody convicted of a crime can no longer do the run-ups to become a president.
They've been doing all that they can to try and keep him out of office. And this is just one last major ditch running up to it.
One of the hurdles they needed to jump across was this. So they find the most pathetic charge they can do, made sure that she has NVIDIA shares. I mean, this is the thing. There you go, Lisi. She is so corrupt.
Loaded.
She is so fucking corrupt. I can't see how she can fucking walk straight.
If you had to go for dinner at Nancy Pelosi's house, what kind of hammer would you take?
I'm a Peter Gabriel fan myself.
Rubber, yeah.
Sledgehammer.
That's good. That's good.
I'd take a jackhammer and make him give her an oil massage.
That's also easy. That's also easy. No. What you do if you have to take any hammer, if any hammer counts, then you go back to the barbarian age and take a German barbarian warhammer.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I like Abe's jackhammer, to be honest. All I've got visions of is Jack coming in like this with his finger guns, no lube, and saying, "Fucking Nancy, bend over, I'm going in dry." While he's
really
just
want to
doing
visualize
this,
that.
and he's fucking hammering the shit out of her.
Tommy,
literally poop flying left, right, centre as Jack's just fucking hammering.
Somebody's got to do an AI image.
Tommy, I'm fairly confident Bend Over is not okay with this, though, Tommy. That Jack is using him. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying nothing.
It took me a second.
But anyway, this thing that's going on is absolutely disgraceful for the simple reason that they've currently got Hunter Biden on trial, right, for minor gun charges. And similarly, it's the same sort of thing as what Nick Rekeita has been done for owning firearms whilst under the influence of drugs. What a coinky dink. However, that there is also all that evidence, of him weighing out crack cocaine and having prostitutes and video evidence, right? This is like, you can actually see it with your own fucking eyes. Don't believe your lying eyes, folks, right? Yeah. But this is what they decided to charge him with.
Yeah. I think the problem is the precedence of this is despicable, because if you're red or you're blue or libertarian, the precedence of this going forward really messes up like the whole political system in America. They don't realize this is going to be a mess, because even if I laughed because I tweeted afterwards after the verdict, the bookies, especially only in the UK, I could see literally the odds dropped for Donald Trump to win. Literally, he went firm favorite. But like, if he doesn't win, he's just going to keep on going. And I hate to say it, like, if you like whatever you're going to go into the mess, hate to say it, the American political system is a bit of a mess at the moment. If you love Trump, you love Biden, blue, red, what other person you want as your main person, it's literally, this needs to stop. Like, the best thing could have happened, and I'm going to say this, and like, is from the outside a UK mind, is to Trump to do back to back, because the Democrats, or you're going to call liberals, have got so obsessed with Trump now. This became obsessive by everybody, because they got the big guns out. They got an absolute knob cheese come out, De Niro, who did probably more harm to their campaign than he did the things. How they dragged out all these, like, oh, we're going to get the big guns out, and there's a certain portion of Americans are going, oh no, you just made me swing the other way, because why are you attacking? There's got to be a reason. Like, to have these kind of minor charges, if you actually think about it, because it's from a corporate entity that he funneled the money through. Sorry, I'm a CEO, corporate, slightly different, and this is where he got his money from. It's very bizarre. It's literally just, it's instigating, I suppose, the MAGA. I'm going to say that your MAGA community, like, and then it will just follow in. Yeah, exactly. But it will just funnel in for the next election. You're going to probably, like, the Republicans are probably going to go DeSantis, and the next once Donald Trump's done, it's going to be that kind of. It's going to be, I guarantee, it's going to be DeSantis versus a celebrity. Like, they can't put Biden up again. They'd be wheeling him and dribbling him. That would be pretty different.
Well, he'll be there by the end of the year.
It'd be like trying to stand the Crypt Keeper for president.
Yes, he's almost there already.
I wouldn't be surprised if Hunter runs to his dad's place.
And they did that in the final season as well.
Oh Lord, what is this?
Has anybody seen this?
I have not.
Amazing. Just a small segue based off, obviously, what we're discussing right now. You just have to watch it.
In response to
Can you give us some space?
So this is in response to Robert De Niro just being a fucking celebrity. Now, one of the things that we were going to do last week is Celebrity Idiot of the Week, and it was last week going to be Robert De Niro. But unfortunately, time marched on. Baldur's Gate was more important. Same thing tonight, guys. At 2300, I will be jumping off to play Baldur's Gate with Dominique, but whilst we're just watching this.
So in response,
so this was his response to De Niro. This was fucking fantastic. This is amazing. I want this on a t-shirt.
Right, baby.
Oh god.
I want this on a t-shirt.
Go, Citizen Scott.
Hey, hey, ho, ho. Robert De Niro's gotta go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Robert De Niro's gotta go.
Oh my god,
That's fucking amazing. Absolutely amazing. I want that on a fucking t-shirt.
Didn't De Niro get his awards revoked from this whole PBS bullshit that he was playing?
This is his art. That's his.
Yep. Yeah. Those awards got denied or revoked because of that.
Is that Gino Piscante?
No.
The guy there, who is that?
No, that's not Gino.
Well, he kind of looks like him, doesn't he?
I know he looks like him.
Yeah, I can't
see
similar.
I can't see him very well.
Look, there's a lot of Italians in New York.
Scott
To be fair.
Forget about it.
Hey, what
the best thing is, with any, you're going to get a, I suppose, Hollywood wannabe A-lister, you just got to remember what Anthony Hopkins said. Is
yes,
they're
most
actors
are fucking retarded.
Yes, well, yeah.
Well,
yeah. They are literally. We are puppets. We are puppets, aren't they? That read lines, and that's all we are. And literally to have and they have this now forefront of whoever's introduced social media to like 50% of them. Literally, it's a laugh a minute because literally they are dribbling out the screen, thinking they're the most cleverest people, like in the world. Literally, I love Star Wars. Mark Hamill, bloody hell! I literally look at that.
Yeah.
And actually, idiot.
Yeah.
You have to every time his mouth opens, it's literally blah blah blah. I hate Trump.
Don't forget that other thing that Anthony Hopkins said. Ate his liver with some fava beans and a funky auntie.
I was waiting for that.
I had to do it because I can do quite a lot of things with my tongue. Mm. Anyway.
Wow. Oh my.
Oh my.
If he was a dinosaur, he'd be called a lickalotopus.
Oh my god, Jack with the fucking zingers tonight. Holy shit.
That's because he's, you know what? Because we can't see him. He's literally going dad jokes. Rude dad
I'm here all week. Exactly. Come on, no. So what? I've got pre-prepared dad jokes based on things that I think that people are going to say in the chat tonight, or based on. It's just pure wit, mate. It's just pure wit.
I mean, let's face it. Normally, the conversation does devolve around vaginas, butts, fingers, olive oil, and Abe. I mean, it's going to be one of those 5 things you can preempt questions for or jokes for. Definitely.
My God, that was like a mallet moment, wasn't it? Literally, it just went in. Yeah.
Mallet's mallet.
Yeah.
Is that going back to? Is that going back to what's her face?
Understanding what mallet's mallet is.
Oh.
Timmy Mallet.
Any American.
Timmy Mallet was classic.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good
Whack-a-day.
Really? Have a whack off a day.
Well, that's what the TV show was called. The TV show was called Whack-a-day, and it had Timmy Mallet, and it had Mallet's mallet.
Yeah.
And he'd bang you on the head with his mallet. Kind of like, what's the face?
Not a real mallet, just to make that show. It wasn't like crack.
Oh, okay.
It was like a rubber mallet. It was word association. And then if you got it wrong,
Timmy Dharma just murdering people on the show.
Yeah.
Oh.
There we go.
Timmy Mallet. There he is.
UK treasure.
Yep.
Oh, he fucking was.
Clearly,
does anyone ever remember the song back in the 90s? Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny Yellow Polka Dot Bikini. That was him.
God, yeah.
Yeah, he did a remake.
It was?
Or
that was him, yeah.
Yeah, he did a remake.
Yeah.
It was from the 50s. It must be the 50s song originally, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was just a different version of it, wasn't it?
Yeah, he did a 90s version with a lot of in it.
Oh.
Or the Sacha Cohen version where it was Teeny Mankini. Yeah, that was interesting times.
There you go. That's a great segue. That is a great segue, though. Get to from Donald Trump to Tilly Mallet. How are you going to explain that one to anyone?
And the man.
Donald Trump, Tilly. Timmy.
That's just how we roll.
Titties. Yeah.
Whenever the subject comes back down to
Titty Mallet. That's a different
OnlyFans. It's always ending on boo.
Yeah, that's
smack you on the end. Got the answer wrong.
That's the parody show.
Titty Mallet sounds like something that you do during a mammogram, you know, to get them onto the machine.
That's what it feels like.
Right.
That's what it feels like, yeah.
Let's get back on track. Okay, sentencing will come just days before the start of the Republican National Convention when he is due to be confirmed as the party's candidate to face Joe Biden. The Democratic incumbent. He's such a fucking goof. In November, while he could face prison, a financial penalty is seen as the more likely punishment. For now, Trump has been released without having to pay bail. The former president pursed his lips and turned to look at the jurors as they delivered their guilty verdicts, which came after 2 days of deliberations. Amid a massing police presence outside the court, this was a disgrace rigged by a conflicted judge who was corrupt, which I to be honest, I fully agree with that fucking statement. He added that the real verdict was going to be 5th of November by the people. And 100% I am looking forward to that day. As he spoke, hundreds of onlookers gathered. And don't... The other thing as well is, don't think of me as some form of Trump supporter or I think Trump's the best thing since sliced bread. Some of the things that he's come out with, I think he's so fucking retarded and off the ball. I think he's a fucking idiot half the times, but that's not the fucking point in this case. This is the point of politicians overstepping their marks, being very, very corrupt and openly corrupt, and trying to take down their opposition because they know full well they're going to lose.
Right.
And I said it on Twitter. The fact is, they are desperate to hold on to what power they've got. It's not beyond the wit of man that they would corrupt and go through corruption in order to keep it.
Yes. And that's the issue here is, look, if he did something, I mean, my husband says this all the time. If he did something wrong, yes, hold him accountable, but fucking hold everybody accountable. And that's the part that makes me the most angry is that not everybody is being, equally held accountable. There's worse, as you pointed out, there's worse shit going on. There's horrific shit going on. Let's... Sorry, I know that this is loaded, but drain the swamp, so to speak. Let's clean things out. You need to hold everybody equally accountable. What you do for one, you do for all. And otherwise, I'm sorry, y'all are fundamentally, not you guys, sorry, these people.
No.
Un-American. Very un-American thing to do. And it makes me so mad.
Our politicians are doing exactly the same fucking thing, though.
Yep.
They're just so corrupt.
It's
actually worse in the UK. It's actually worse in the UK because I can be taken, pulled in front of a judge for saying something mean to someone because it offended their fees. I can be sent to jail for it, lose everything, lose the house, lose the jobs, this, that, and the other, just for simply saying what is biological truth and that there is only two genders and fucking trans people are fucking weird. Now that's
as we know from the Rekeita case, these live streams are now going to be trolled by the police.
Yeah, they are. Everything. I mean, the thing is that everything that you're doing online, any piece of social media, anything like that, can be used as evidence because it's recorded. Your person, you have allowed yourself to be recorded, so therefore you've got nothing. You've got no leg to stand on. If I want to say certain fucking gamer words on my stream when I'm alone, I will say certain fucking gamer words. But the thing is that the UK law is such that we are now being put in jail, put in prison for such minor infractions. And then you look at the people in power, and this is fucking what really pisses me off. You've got people in power that are guilty of so much more, and it gets swept underneath the rug. You've got people who are very, very rich or entitled, and it gets swept under the rug.
The problem with most law and legislation is that it's purposefully left. Well, no, that it's purposefully left ambiguous so that they can apply it to whoever they want to. And they can use their own discretion. They can say, "Oh, well, it didn't really apply in this situation because X and Y, but it applies with you because you did that." And it's like, but they're exactly the same fucking thing under the same law. No, it doesn't apply to them because they're cops, but it applies to you because you're a citizen, and we want you out of the way.
Do you know, Jack? Do you know the other thing that I know it's a small fucking gripe. You look at speeding fines. Speeding fines and speeding tickets in the UK really fucking piss me off, because if I get a speeding ticket, now I haven't had a speeding ticket. I've never had a speeding ticket. Never been caught speeding, which has been more the
rookie
more
numbers.
the accurate thing. I've never been caught doing it, and Ickle quite will happily say I've done far too fast coming off a slip road once. But
you shouldn't be on mobility scooters
More
on a
than once.
the point is that because I can afford to pay a fine, and because I have got a job and this, that, and the other, they will hammer me to the fucking ground to make sure that I pay a fine. Whereas fucking other people, other minorities and whatever, because they are who they are, they don't get a fucking thing happen to them. That's what pisses me off with this whole one rule for you, different rule for everybody else. If you are white in the UK, and especially if you're male in the UK, you are going to get fucking pulled over the coals for absolutely everything. Whereas if you're any form of minority, fucking anything goes.
Something that happened today, right? Something that came out on X today. I just want to point this out. Talking about like the sort of random application of law. It was in Oregon. Some guy called the police because his son was approached on a private property, on his own private property, by some naked dude who exposed himself. He called the police. Right?
Yep.
And the police turned around and says that it was just a case of trespass. Now, the reason why was because it was like a technicality. Although there are indecent exposure laws in Oregon, he wasn't doing it for the sexual gratification of himself or someone else. Ergo, it wasn't against the law.
Oh my God.
It was a trespassing case. Yeah. So it was a trespassing case. Yeah, basically, and he didn't get arrested. No, they did nothing about it. This is on video, and the cop's saying that is not a crime. It's not a crime to expose yourself to a child in Oregon. That's what he said. His exact words.
Anyway,
oh my God.
I've just thrown another hand grenade at fucking Luke Hamill. Fucking dickhead.
Luke Hamill.
Yeah. It's the same person. They're both fucking. He's destroyed the memory of.
The Mark Skywalker. That guy's
yeah.
If you just unfollow,
I bet he drinks blue milk in real life.
Yeah,
straight from the tip.
Random.
Yeah.
I reckon he drinks cum.
He drinks a lot of fluids.
Jack. Throw it out there. The gargler of cum. It
Joe
is Mark
Biden.
Hamill.
No.
space vaginas.
Here's the thing with that fucking dickhead. Mark Hamill is literally on the same train as DSP. He uses fucking Tide Pods as toothpaste.
Yes.
No, the thing is, if he's got the balls, man up, run for presidency. If you think that side is completely right, do it. Don't fucking whine. You've got the money. You're gonna get the backing. Run for it. Then you read. Yeah. Otherwise, shut up and let the other people get the politicians running onto it. If you go,
right,
that's what Donald Trump
point.
did. That's what I say. You've got Donald Trump went, sod it. This is corrupt. I'm running for president. Everyone, I've had enough. And then all that side went, no, we went to college. We went blah, blah, blah to do our little degree. Find out how quick David Beckham could kick a ball. And it's literally, they think they're entitled to have a better opinion than anybody else. Like in the UK, it's stupid. Like they should just do the Italian political system. Get pissed off, have a fight. That's what they do. It's
Because
literally, you know, yeah.
And it's
just
amazing
have
how
some
quickly you'll
bunga
piss
bunga
off.
parties.
Yeah.
I mean,
and do some bunga bunga.
It's
You know?
shocking that that
like,
isn't our system of government.
What was you just about to say, Yanni?
Every
Sorry,
system
Yanni.
is screwed.
Oh
so.
no! Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I thought you was just about to say something.
I was just thinking it's amazing how quickly you can piss off somebody who, affectionately called midwit. How quickly you can piss them off of anybody who's blue collar or doesn't have, a good college education. How quickly you can piss them off if you have any success in life, especially if you go into politics. I mean, look at the response to Brandon Herrera running. And how, oh my God, up in arms they got. So it's how dare you be a normal person and be of the people? How dare you not be an elite? And it's amazing how quickly they get pissed about it.
Yeah, but it's changing. Like that whole the European Parliament starting to change. Like the Eastern, I suppose you want to class it. The old Eastern Bloc has changed. Germany's political system has been torn apart for ages, and it's coming like strangely back into like different ways. Like everywhere that they went that way, and now going no, we've literally had to look at Spain. That's it. They're doing say Portugal's going. They've all gone. No, we've had enough. We've actually literally that it's all going that way. Look at the European Union. It's literally destroying itself within because now they've got that. I don't like the term far left or right, but you've got that leaning conservative values now starting to come because it goes against what they originally cried out. Oh my God, you're that. If you have that kind of hold it, I just want a stable family unit around me in a safe place, that you can have. You can do what you want, do anything you like, just do it in your own home. I don't need to have it in my face 24/7. Most of us would agree with that. Do what you like if it doesn't harm anybody else, but do it in your own home.
Yes.
Tommy, can you put me full screen real quick because I've got a question for Mark Hamill.
Dum dum dum.
Because he'll be watching.
How's your granddaughter doing? What's your granddaughter doing, you fucking prick? Fuck you.
Well fucking said.
Amen.
Well
Cheers.
fucking said.
Easy.
Well fucking said. Yes. How's the family doing, you fucking dick cheese? Anyway, so
He loves that question, by the way.
The most current important thing with this is the fact that the conviction does not prevent Trump from standing in November's election, but he is almost certain to appeal it against it regardless. And obviously, currently, they're going through the motions now to alter the law to specifically preclude anyone that's got a criminal past or any criminal charges from standing as president.
That must be state by state. They can't get that federal.
I completely agree.
Yeah, it
has to be state by state.
Yeah, because having been blocked, they've tried to get him off the ballot in Colorado and a couple other places, I believe.
Yeah,
and it was completely overturned. No, you can't do it. So to get this, to do it by state, that would have to go through legislation and then get to federal. It is not going to happen in time. What are they going to do? No. But this this journey till November, for
very interesting.
Us who are out for it, who don't have like a vote for hell, is literally going to eat some popcorn. It's literally watch back and watch the idiots throw themselves under the bus for every wrong reason.
I mean, the thing is,
I've got a question.
Yeah, I've got one in a minute as well, Jack. You go first.
If you're a convicted felon and you're sitting in a jail cell and you get voted as president of the United States, what do they do exactly? Do they allow you to go and sit in the White House under house arrest, or do they turn? Is it like? Right. Is it Jail Force One? Is it? You know what I
mean? you get sworn in and you pardon yourself.
Yeah. Whilst your boyfriend's cuddling you.
I've been drinking my toilet wine with Tyrone here.
I want to be treated like a law-abiding citizen. I want to be escorted out of the jail.
Cried.
I'm wondering if I'm wondering if the goal of this wasn't necessarily to sweep the laws in as quickly as possible. If they get another term, you know full well that they are going to try and push for it. Fine, whatever.
Yep.
But I'm wondering if the current goal is just to discredit him enough that people vote elsewhere.
Yeah, and that's absolutely what they're trying to do, is discredit him. But, in the process of doing that, they're humanizing him even more. There's more people that are sympathetic and exactly. He's actually gaining in a lot of ways from this.
I mean, by the way, you know what also needs to happen? When he wins, literally the first day that he regains office, he needs to wear an orange suit.
An orange suit. Yes.
No. Not a jumpsuit, but a really fine, custom, tailor-made suit, but in prison orange. He needs to wear an orange suit just for the fuck of it.
He can't do that. It would just look naked.
He's orange, man. He's only full orange man if he wears an orange suit.
Like, is Trump coming out naked?
Can you imagine if it was an orange?
Somebody said that. Can you imagine that? Donald Trump and Diane Abbott. Somebody said in the chat earlier about Diane Abbott. Oh, that'd be a vision.
Well, they're already calling Trump Felon 47, aren't they?
Yes, Felon 47.
Yes.
And considering he was
Overwatch
45,
still waiting to happen. By the way,
yeah,
that's really clever.
He was 45, and that's a gun, right? And now he's Felon 47. This guy has the catchiest nicknames of any president ever.
Yeah,
he's got the best PR firm going.
Yes, the internet.
Listen, guys, I've got to go.
You've got to go off to give Dara a bit of a hug.
Gonna give him a one-on-one.
Oh yeah,
give him the special treatment.
Anyway, thank you very much for having me again, guys. It was good to see you. Thanks for letting me ramble on about Nick Rekeita and because I'm a fucking know-all when it comes to that kind of stuff. Stay tuned for more info. Don't forget you can catch me on Daramuth's channel after this stream, of course, if you fancy coming over there. And a little bit later on at 12 a.m., maybe 1 a.m. tonight, on the Common Nerd stream, I will be on Winding Down Wednesdays. So come and join me there. Until next time, though, guys, thank you so much for having me. It's great to see every single one of you. Thank you all in the chat for going along with me. And incidentally, I just passed 500 followers on Twitter. So thank you, guys. I appreciate you very much. Let's make it to 1,000 now. Let's go for it.
Yeah. Until
then, though, follower gets a free bottle of olive oil, just to let everybody know.
Remember to use the discount code, guys.
That is not true at all. I don't sell olive oil at all. I don't give away olive oil at all. You have to bring your own olive oil, I'm afraid.
At the end of your fingertip.
Yeah,
hand delivered.
Anyway,
see you later, Jack. You take care.
See you later, guys.
Have a good stream. Take care, Jack.
Bye.
Bye.
But do you think, like, as I'm going to go to the American here, do you think it's like with the young generation here that if they don't like Trump and they're disillusional to the blue, do you think like the Libertarian Party is going to start growing and they could ever get a little dent in one state? No. Because if they do,
can't see that happening.
They literally, it's going to be an eastern state, like it isn't going to be a middle state. Yeah, if they do, that screws up your political system because I'm not sure which way. I can't remember. Is it the House gets the final vote or whatever? If it gets like hung. But like, if that happens, like there are more people. Like, I don't like Trump. I ain't voting them. Who else do I vote for? Like, is it like Robert Kennedy? Like, best things, he's not going to do that well. It's like that. Yeah. So it's like I like to see like just your opinion.
Oh, it's a good question. I wish I had.
We've only got one American
answer
on the fucking chat.
That's why I said the American. The American.
That's Jay.
Yeah.
Just stop working,
Bastard.
Jay, get home. We need some
Quit your
Bostonian
job
in us.
and get your ass in here.
Need some Boston.
Anyway,
look,
until
he comes off the street corner, he's still working.
Whoa! Stacey's Queef's contract.
Yeah, Stacey hasn't let him off work yet.
Over to Yanni.
Pimp Daddy.
Look, I'll let Abe out the basements just for tonight.
Just for tonight.
He's going back in with Greg.
I wish I had a more educated answer for that because honestly, to me, I am really curious to see how it's going to go because we do see a younger generation of Americans that are becoming very disillusioned by a lot of things. On that same note, we also see some younger Americans that are following a very leftist ideology. But then again, I think that's a smaller portion of the population than we perceive it to be, just because they have a lot of loud voices and a lot of power in different areas. I think they're a lot smaller than they seem to be. I'm not sure which way it's going to go. I think we're going to see a shift in where we're going to see support in politicians. But I couldn't guess as to how it's going to happen, because like you said, it's going to, you change the system that we have in place and kind of like the status quo we have right now. It's going to throw things out of whack. So honestly, in my opinion, I think it's going to be really interesting to see how the government now compensates for all these changes, because like with our disillusion with celebrities, we've had disillusions with some politicians too. And I think we're going to see some changes in that. Boring answer, sorry, but that's all I got.
No, it is strange, because I'm getting, like, in every other, I suppose, mostly democratic country, you do get, you do have your Green Party, especially in the UK, and I suppose in Germany as well, like in that northern area, like Denmark, Sweden, and Norway, and all that. You do have a very, you would get the Green Party take, like, I suppose, like a province, a state, or whatever, or county, and then you would, you would get that mixed bag. But in America, you are literally, and I think it's different. Like if you're, if you're a European-based person, to see that you are not voting. Like a lot of people forget, you're still voting for the party, but you're voting for the president of that party, like the person. And it has become, in the last probably like since Bush Jr., it has become a very much a celebrity out, it's like that.
It was Blair. It was Blair that did it, really.
Well, Blair in the UK, like even what's who was the Liberal Democrat guy, and he did it in the UK. Like, my political thing. I'm just the, I look like like a
Nick Clegg.
Nick Clegg, yeah, he did it on his face and the way he spoke. His party still had the same political views. We changed. Oh, we're just going in what he thinks. But he, it's that now, isn't it? It's not. Everybody forgets you're doing it for the party and their policies, not the person who is in charge. But now America has got very much engrossed into, can you tell me Trump's policies? Can you tell me Biden's policies? No, it's about the
teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a teams. It's a my party versus your party, and that's really what it's come down to. We've taken that sports mentality of my team versus your team, my tribe versus your tribe, and it's divided us in a lot of but I don't know. I'm hopeful to see some of that breaking down. Absolutely. It's the bread and circuses kind of thing. Distract them and put 50 years each other.
Yeah, 50 years. I really hope they just sort it out with like a celebrity death match. That's how you
Thunderdome.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Just go for Thunderdome. Yeah,
I'm thinking that draining the swamp will ultimately end up with Trump commissioning a bunch of SpaceX rockets and then firing them at the sun.
I mean, it's literally hilarious.
It'll be like that the entire swamp won't fit into Guantanamo Bay, even with the extra wings we've built for it. So fucking
open up Alcatraz again.
Contract them onto a single delivery and just shove them straight into the sun.
It's literally hilarious how American politics literally turned into Halo multiplayer with red versus blue.
Yeah, yes.
Thank you.
Yes, the only issue is
best game of capture the flag ever.
The only issue is Halo multiplayer red versus blue is far more entertaining.
No, what I was actually pointing at was Mustang McCracken and his bullshit fucking comment there. I like my toast butter side up and my tea with dry milk. Anybody having fucking dry milk in a fucking cup of tea
powdered
needs to be
powdered milk.
Powdered milk. Powdered milk. And you know, Mustangs turned around and said, but if I add powdered milk, it doesn't cool down the tea. So it stays hot for longer. That's fucking sacrilege. No one fucking cares about fucking the tea cooling down by like 3 degrees with proper milk in it.
Only Tomby's going to get that. Do you get your tea NATO'd? NATO style?
No, it's standard.
Standard? Oh, not NATO. Okay.
Well, the thing is, it depends on what mood I'm in. If I'm really in a mood, I'll have it Julie Andrews, or I'll have it Whoopi. No. So Julie Andrews.
Sans milk.
Yeah.
A spoonful of sugar.
How do you microwave water for tea?
fucking retarded people microwave water for tea. But that's beside the point. So, Julie Andrews is obviously a white nun in The Sound of Music. So that's your answer to Julie Andrews. Whoopi Goldberg obviously was a black nun in Sister Act, so that's why you say
and in
Whoopi
Star
or
Trek.
Julie Andrews.
Come on.
I don't even fucking count that shit anymore, mate. I did pick
What,
up...
you did not watch Discovery like nobody else?
I fucking watched up to season 3 and
Was
fucking
that-
lost
was
my
that the-
fucking
the
will.
mushroom drive?
Honestly,
I just
I
finished
lost my
watching
fucking
all
will
of
to
it.
live. Once we got up
You
to season
watched
3,
all
I
of
was
it.
like,
Sorry, Abe watched all of it. Did you?
Yeah,
Are
I
you-
watched the last episode the other day.
are
is
you
that
in
why
love
you're
with
so
Grace
gay?
Jesus?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
trans
that's
now as
fine.
well.
Daily Dysfunction, just be aware that Abe has watched all of Discovery. Just be aware of that before he comes over to America. Just be on the safe
Canada.
side.
He's tainted.
He's not allowed. No, he won't be allowed in now after that statement.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's why-
it's like a criminal act.
Even we didn't do that, mate.
It's like, fucking hell, what the shit? What the shit?
Uh.
Too many streams. Adam
Too many
Gray says
streams.
too many streams. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, we are streaming on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Rumble. Smooth's also streaming. We're fucking everywhere,
streaming,
Adam.
yes.
We're
I'm not.
everywhere.
I'm not
Be
really-
everywhere, my friends.
Yeah,
I'm relaxing with my friends.
Yes. Relaxing. As long as you don't start having a knuckle shuffle underneath your desk, Greg.
Yeah, he's not wearing any trousers.
Hands up.
Oh, sorry,
Hands up.
pants for the Americans.
Yes. Pants.
I
We had this
talk about
conversation the
shuffling.
other day
I
about
may have to
pants.
shuffle off soon. What time are you thinking of finishing?
What you can
Half an hour.
if you need to disappear off, mate, you can disappear off at any time. You're not tied to the desk, Greg.
I don't want to miss out. I've got FOMO.
FOMO.
The FOMO is
Oh,
real.
you weren't there last
30
week.
more minutes.
You had some explaining to do.
30,
I was being a dad.
30,
He did.
30
You know.
more minutes, guys. 30 more minutes. Because I've got to prep for Baldur's Gate at 2300. So no more than 30 minutes on the remaining elements. So yeah, this particular line in this fucking I just don't.
Sorry. Kronos has opinions.
Oh,
Yeah, he's not happy with the verdict.
I mean,
No,
I
he's
wouldn't
not.
be.
He's
I wouldn't
pissed.
be. And it was this line in the journalist's freaking blurb of shit. The Biden-Harris campaign said the verdict showed that no one was above the law.
Apart
How
from Hunter
fucking
Biden.
retarded a statement
That
is
reminds
that?
me. That reminds me. Didn't Kamala Harris convict people for having marijuana?
Yep.
Admitted- oh,
Yes,
and
she did.
She
And
she openly admitted that she smoked it herself.
Yep.
A couple of years later.
Yep.
And she
So
didn't
she
want to
was
do
fucking
anything
not
about it.
above
She
the
didn't
law.
want to go back on that at all. She wanted to keep them right where they were.
Maybe she wanted to go with the Bill Clinton defense of I smoked it, but I didn't inhale.
I know that
Yeah.
I know this is unrelated to what we're talking about, but you guys have seen the Silent Hill 2 reveal probably, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that woman that got uglified looks like Monica Lewinsky in the 90s.
Yeah,
I'm
she
just
does.
saying.
Oh,
Thomas agrees.
interesting. He does. Sorry.
It's okay.
I have two prima
glad
donnas.
Yep. So Trump's team motion to acquit, however, was denied by the justice. In a statement posted on X, formerly Twitter, Cohen said Cohen was the financial guy for Trump, said that the verdict was an important day for accountability and the rule of law, which is just fucking flabbergasts me. The truth always matters, he added. Trump was required to sit in the Manhattan court for the duration of the trial, which kept him largely off the campaign trial, another fucking tactic to prevent him from campaigning. But he launched near daily attacks on Mr. Bribham, arguing that the case brought by Manhattan's district attorney was politically motivated. We all know it is. Every reasonably sound individual knows that it was politically motivated. It was a charged up case. The fact is that the judge was specifically giving instructions to the jury to make sure that the only real answer was guilty. It was the only thing that was going to come from this. We weren't fucking surprised by it. The
He
former
was
president,
an imported Colombian judge as well.
yeah, the former president faces 3 other criminal cases including 2 of alleged election interference, but it looks unlikely that those trials will begin before the presidential election on the 5th of November. I've got a question. Right, okay, for the Americans that are in chat and for Yanni.
Uh-oh.
So say Trump becomes president again. As a convicted criminal, is he allowed to kind of like quash that? Can he pardon himself?
I think so. I think depending on what it is, I believe he can.
Because I don't think there's been precedent for, one, a president being charged with a crime, but I don't think there's also precedents of a president obviously sorting himself out. So I think it's a unique question. It's certainly an interesting question.
So my husband just popped in and said that he can wait. Husband, come back. He can pardon federal, not state. Yes, okay. But, it's an open question as to whether or not you can self-pardon. Sorry, I'm just going to be the mouthpiece for this man because he's the brains of this relationship. Let's be honest.
I'm sure he won't mind you being his mouthpiece.
Haven't got any complaints. Moving on.
Yes.
Adam Gray, that is not correct. That's correct.
Not correct.
He is allowed. There is no current law to prevent him from running. There is no current law preventing him from running.
That's my understanding.
They would like
change
that
the law
to be
theoretically.
Yep.
He may not be able to vote as a felon.
He can't vote 100%, so he can't vote for himself.
Certainly run.
But he can.
I'm guessing there is a county, whatever, or governor who's been a felon who's got in previously.
Max!
Sorry, Abe, you came out of the closet then for a second.
Yeah.
You're right, mate.
I'm back in it now.
Yeah.
Good to see you. Good to see
Do you know what this article really intrigues me? I really want to know now what are Michael Palin's favourite Monty Python moments.
You're going to get on iPlayer and find out.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh, I'm going next.
Straight after. He's got it up on his phone already.
Yeah. Got to be the fish.
Yeah, so Adam, this is why I said the whole purpose of this all this song and dance with regards to this is, one, whilst he's been in the court, he hasn't been able to campaign properly. Also, with having a conviction against him, they're going to attack his credibility. So this is purely character assassination, keeping him away from campaigning and making sure that when they now go out campaigning is, why would you want to vote for the career criminal? That's what it was all about. In my view, that's what it's all about. And I think I speak for the rest of the guys and girls on the panel. That's exactly what this is all about.
Yeah, but now they've only got one. They've only got one advert. That's their advert. They've got no other. Literally, that is it till November. Is literally the same kind of narrative. Literally, Trump's the felon. Trump's the felon. Trump's the felon. Trump's the felon. Who's making a cup of tea?
Who's fighting?
Oh shit, that's me. I was supposed to be on mute. Sorry.
We're hearing noises like
motherfucker. See, somebody said something was gonna get boomered, and I said it was gonna be me, and I was right.
I thought my neighbors were scratching through, like it was shoveling through the ceiling there for a second.
I was waiting for the battery pack to be connected and the vibration to start, to be honest.
No, I had to beat the damn cat.
Bless you. Lisi, you are 100% correct. Biden is a walking zombie, though. I mean, I've got massive fucking issue with the fact that halfway through a fucking discussion, Bryben will disappear off the podium or the dais, go fucking sniff random people in the fucking crowd, and then just saunter off into the fucking distance. He is not fucking on this planet.
Yep.
Yeah, but who is that? I can't remember the guy who I believe he had like a brain hemorrhage or something, and he's still there. And he's in the house.
What's his name?
I can't remember his name. But they still
John
Fetterman, yes.
He's the House of Representatives, isn't he? I'm sure, but he's still he's still signing off the legislation, and you see him, they prop him up, and then he just blanks out, and then they take over, and he's just like wheel him out. It's kind of that kind of moment, and you're like, oh, that is just abuse. That is literally you're getting to the time. It's literally abuse now because that guy needs to be in a home. And I say it, he does. He needs a good help. He needs good care. And literally, they're like, sign this. What am I signing? It's just what you want for dinner. Don't worry. It's nothing else.
It just shows you how much they're puppets.
Yeah,
The thing is, they are puppets. They are controlled by the money. Let's face it, they are controlled by the money. They're not controlled by anything else. It's the money they're controlled by. But this fucking... the only thing I will say, he's a massive fucking dude for some of the stuff he turns up to Senate hearings in. He never wears a fucking suit or anything like that. He turns up in fucking joggers
it's not. No, it's not him. It's not him. I'm thinking of. It's an older
you're
guy,
talking about you're talking about the turtle.
I can't remember. He literally actually had a proper moment.
How fucked up is this? That somebody's like, "Hey, who's the one that had the issue with their brain?" And we're like, "Oh, it could be this person, this person, this person, this person."
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
See, I was picturing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle in the Senate.
Yeah, but bless him. Like he's being abused. He's whole. He's been in politics so many decades, and he's been abused because they can literally get him signed off, and it's just literally which way you're going to go, and it's terrible. Like everybody's
Look at the colour of his lips.
Terrible.
Right.
Look at the colour of his mouth. He is lacking oxygen.
Look at the origin of his wife.
Blue fucking mouth.
Yeah.
No, it looks like he was part of the monsters.
Yeah, there should be an age limit. And I'm an old boy. If you actually look at it, like Biden and Trump, they're way too old. They are too old to run for. Like,
no offense,
there needs to be at least some kind of test.
Yeah,
Mitch McConnell looks like
Limit.
Vinsley from Sly Cooper,
yes.
the turtle. If you played the games, he looks like the fucking turtle.
Oh my god, what's Mitchell Pan Labyrinth? I want to see what that is.
That is one film I have.
He's the illegitimate father of
You're right. It's
of Adam
elder
Gomez.
abuse.
Like that one there. Look, this one. Yeah, that one you're on there. That YouTube one.
Yeah, I'm fucking blowing it. I'm blowing this shit up. Stand by.
It's. I feel sorry for the guy. It's literally he doesn't know where he is. Look.
Yeah, he totally lost it, didn't he?
It's like I'm shitting my pants right now.
He could have been.
He's 81 years old. For crying out loud.
I don't know what planet I'm from.
Hold on. He's gonna sound like Abe for a second.
Wait. Windows is restarting. He's booting up again.
Oh no! I think I shit myself.
Wait. As soon as he blinks, Windows is back on.
He looks like he's trying to hold in the fart.
Any minute now?
Does someone know my words?
Any minute now?
Easier there.
What planet
My man still has not blinked.
Who the fuck are you dippy shit? oh, hello, love. Have you got a cup of tea? We're going this way. Oh no, we're going that. Oh, who are you? You're fucking well gay, mate. Oh shit, it's over.
But it is actually. I'm not gonna know how that is not like any kind of.
That's not
like,
fucking
abuse.
fair, is it? That is not right on any fucking shape.
He's literally he's at the end of the day, even if he's an arsehole, when he was a politician, he's still a human being. He's got a mental health issue. He's got some kind of thing. He needs care. Them to bring him out on stage is literally like he's a human. Like you could be a dickhead. Everybody's probably been a dickhead, but at that time you think, oh, hold it, what's going on? He's blatantly lost it. It's horrid. And it's not nice to see.
Tracy's there. He's 82 this year. I'm still in favour that people in politics should not be over the age of 70.
Yep, I agree.
Or driving.
And I would even go driving. Any form of licensed activity, you cannot go over the age of 70 without having a yearly fucking recertification.
Yes.
You have to have it.
Test done. Yep.
Hey, CGV drivers have it.
Yeah.
Why can't I do it? Yeah. Sorry.
Exactly. There's absolutely no way this guy should be in politics. He has not got a fucking clue what's happening.
No.
I mean,
there needs to be a limit so bad.
Don't get me wrong, he's a bit of a fucking dickhead as well. And you can't tell me that his fucking Chinese fucking other half isn't fucking doing something fucking dodgy. She's fucking definitely a double agent.
Oh, yeah.
I agree with Highlander.
You don't have to like
the staff of the Democrats.
It is exactly. That's what I was going to say. You don't have to like them. Like I hate most of the people in there, but this is absolutely elder abuse. And
Highlander.
It's. Go ahead.
Sorry, Yanni. Highlander. Trump is 77. Very cognizant. 100%. But the point is that from the age of 70, you should have a yearly sign-off to say you are fit to carry out that specific activity, whether it's fucking shooting on a range, driving, some other fucking license thing, being president of the fucking country, being a politician, because you are in charge of making decisions. You are in charge of making decisions that affect, for you guys, something like 340 million fucking people affected by your decisions.
Exactly.
100. I completely agree. Trump is 77. Very cognizant. Got no problem. He would sail through the cognizance tests every fucking year. He would fly through them, no problem whatsoever. Bang.
Because if he's age, he could have a moment and then he's gone. Not like a 58-year-old.
Right.
If you're rare, the limit goes up. As soon as you go older, your body degrades. Everybody knows it. You know, you're like it's there. You know, Biden 10, 20 years ago probably would have been a good sitting president, but now. No, sorry, you're a puppet. You got like fists up your bum all the time. It is literally.
I would dispute that Biden would make a good president at any point during his political career. 50 years, that man has sat in Congress, has brought America to its knees by the introduction of things like the 94 crime bill, which Kamala Harris then exploited and put about 9,000 people in prison. So, you know, there's absolutely no way he should ever have got into power. The only reason he managed to get there was because he had the CCP's gauntlet fist right up his ass, and they pushed him there by throwing hundreds of thousands of votes on and at 4 a.m. in the morning.
Should we call him Sooty from now on?
Yes.
Sure.
What I wanted to say was, keep in mind, Stasis, you were raising an excellent point there with how long he's been in a politician of sorts. But keep in mind, this guy has been in office for over thousands of years, according to him. It was fact-checked and proven true. Let's be real here. And also, he called a black guy the gamer word repeatedly,
constantly,
while he was in court. Don't forget that. People always love to brush over that fact. And remember his racist statement.
Yanni, you were going to say something before I rudely interrupted you?
I'm so offended. I forgot what I was going to say.
That's fine. Right.
This is why we need to take note.
I remember now. Jesus H. Christ. This is what happens when I try to get work done at the same time. No, I love the idea of there having, I kind of love the idea of there being some kind of a test for, you know, how cognitive they are. But my only concern with that is look at what's happening here with Trump. You know, in so many ways they're trying to figure out how to manipulate the system to keep him from making any further gain. So I worry about something that can be subjective. Any kind of like a test that's subjective is totally just going to be just another tool for manipulation. So on one hand, like I think that makes more sense, but on the other hand, like, I worry about it getting manipulated, and I guess that's where age limit comes in. But that does suck because, as stated, that just because you're over a certain age doesn't mean you're not as sharp as a tack. So I don't know. There's some back and forth on it.
And if you had a medical opinion, for instance, if you needed a medical opinion, you could. All doctors are not equal. You could get a good doctor, or you could get Dr. Fauci to give you a fucking medical opinion.
Right.
It wouldn't be worth shit.
Yes,
that's an excellent point, Greg. Because I was trying. I wanted to piggyback off what Yanni is saying. Ideally, you want someone who's independent from your government. It's not someone you selected to say the thing you say. Because ideally, you want to have the accurate results and not something like they did with Biden in his first term, where they were like, "Yeah, he's still mentally fit to run," even though clearly he wasn't. I mean, half the time he didn't know where he was, and he actually shut his pants in front of the Duchess of Cambridge. Let's not forget that.
And the Pope.
And the Pope. Yep, that's true.
Yeah.
Also,
fun.
I wanted to highlight a comment that Grim made earlier. Biden would be a good president back in the day, dropping N-words left and right. I know, he would have dropped a fire mixtape. He would have been a great rap musician.
I mean, also funny thing is, given like when you speak about the medical test, like people are so afraid of like, oh, Trump versus Biden too. They should be more afraid of fucking Biden versus a set of stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Please install
Absolutely.
escalators on Air Force One.
My man looks unstable walking in a straight line, and he needs to go up and down a flight of stairs. This man needs to be protected.
Biden to stairs is like Gary to doors.
Yes.
I mean, that'd be a hell of a celebrity death match, wouldn't it? Just a flight of stairs.
Yeah.
And Joe Biden.
I'd pay to see that.
Yes.
Right. Let's
I'm
move
a
on.
celebrity
Right,
death
we got
match.
15 minutes. In fact, no, we got less than that. We got 10 minutes.
11. Let's
11.
go with the final topic then.
Let's go. I think we
The one you
skip
wanted to
over-
talk about.
Yeah, we skip over the cup of tea. Let's face it, Americans don't know fucking tea from their arsehole to their elbows, so fuck them.
Damn.
So what we're going to do
I
is...
can't dispute that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know my coffee. I don't
Coffee.
have tea.
It's no more coffee.
Coffee.
I thought Jay Tapio had turned up for a second.
I need to commission Jay to say certain things and just make them sound bites like coffee.
Rick just says, hey! Coffee.
Hey! Yeah, hey!
Highlander, fuck you, iced tea. Iced sweet tea is amazing.
No, you got to do it all in a.
off.
If you're reading chat, you all got to do it in a Boston accent. Thank you very much from now on.
Yes.
Fuck you.
Iced
Iced
tea is greater than British piss water. You haven't got a fucking clue what you're talking about. Not a fucking proper Yorkshire brew so strong.
Highlander,
your fucking
are you drinking
tea,
Lipton?
Your fucking tea melts the spoon, mate.
And all the way from India.
Yes. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's how it's
Just some travel
compiled.
advice.
It's the fruity
How it's
notes.
packaged.
Just
Anyway,
some travel
fuck
advice.
that shit.
If you
Let's
go
talk
to
about
India,
let's talk about this for a
drink
laugh.
the water.
Yes. Yeah, go fucking drink the water in India and your
What's
fucking
next?
arsehole will be fucking sweating tea.
What's next, Tomby?
We're just going to talk about this for 5-10 minutes because I thought this was fucking funny as fuck. Right, okay. Call of Duty offers
Oh my
transgender
God.
bullets as part of a downloadable Pride Month pack, as well as bisexual, pansexual, and asexual colors for guns.
I didn't even know asexual had a flag color.
Mate,
Everything has a flag.
Yeah, look at this.
Fucking phenomenal.
The only flag
So-
that matters is hanging right here right now. And
So does a
and-
transgender
Yeah,
bullet,
sir.
can
Yeah, look-
that
look- look-
identify as a flower?
You're right. Do they know what happens with that bullet when after they shoot it? Like it gets destroyed or it gets damaged? Like is that what you're wanting
No,
to
it
do
shoots
to your
itself.
flag?
I mean, the important part right now is very simple.
Yes.
If that bullet, like if you shoot with your gun, if you shoot with your gun, and that bullet does not immediately identify as a fucking rocket and blow everybody the fuck up, that bullet is retarded.
Yes. So
That is a large round. What is that?
that's 7.62. It's fucking obvious. Look at the size of his hand. That's 7.62. But the point
You hit
is,
where you're gone.
these bullets, do they make you dead or do they make you gay?
Gay.
Oh, instantly, yeah.
So,
I mean,
so
what's the
what's the
difference?
fucking point? So you're gonna run around in Call of Duty shooting everybody with fucking trans pride bullets. So you're celebrating the fact that you're shooting people either dead or you're trying to make them gay with your magical fucking rainbow bullets.
No, what
Sure,
they could
there's-
do is that the bullets make them change teams.
Yes. It's
that's
an excellent idea, actually.
Is that
that's an
spray and
excellent
pray? I take it.
Forced server balancing.
There's so many ways that this could be interpreted.
By the
that
way,
just goes
this
against
doesn't
what
give you
they're
a
trying to
fucking
do.
tactical advantage. I have to point this out. This doesn't give you a fucking tactical advantage. That's almost as retarded as engraving fucking snakes on your revolver, like Revolver Ocelot did in Metal Gear Solid 3, and you thought you could shoot better with that. That's fucking stupid.
Do you know what? I like the fucking website, to be honest, how fucking based it is. How fucking based. Of all the cringy things we see corporations do every year to placate the pride Nazis, this might be one of the worst examples. And this thing fucking grips my shit every fucking year because these fucking arsehole corporations and businesses all put their fucking gay pride fucking avatars on. Now, take it from every person that's on this fucking panel. Take it from everybody that's in the fucking chat. We don't give a fuck if you're gay. We don't give a fuck if you're trans.
Right.
Just
Thank
stop
you.
throwing it in our fucking faces.
I live in Iran. Sorry, I live in Iran. I do.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you're in the Middle East,
I'm sure they didn't have the BMW pride flag on the Saudi Arabia branch.
Well, I was actually just about to lead on to the fact that you've got these businesses and corporations. They put their fucking token fucking pride avatars on, and you can guarantee in the Middle East they haven't done it because, let's face it, they're fans of tall buildings over there.
Yep.
And
Yes,
throwing people off. In Minecraft, of course. Now, the thing is, we know why they're doing it. They're just doing the standard ESG, DEI, bridge bollocky shit. But did you also notice that they actually didn't put all of those avatars in place straight away this year? They actually
were very hesitant.
They actually held off. Now, obviously, the start of the month was over a weekend, and most things always happen during the week. But obviously, with not to be here just in time for Pride Month, Activision's Call of Duty has released a Pride pack of cosmetic weaponry upgrades that includes the Trans Pride bullet. Take that, transphobes!
I bet they were very proud of that.
Obviously, the quartering there, Call of Duty selling the bullets, just what every mass shooter wants. Because that's the other thing that this is drawing parallels with, because all of the mass shooters recently have all been individuals so fucking confused with their own sexuality that they're taking it out on people in schools and whatever else. All of the, I think 4 out of the last 5 shooters all been trans, and as a result, this is just fueling that kind of fire. So it's so badly fucking done. There are other upgrades offered, including ones that allow you to decorate your firearms with Pride-themed decorations and paint jobs. I really hope that they try and do this in real life, because anyone that goes into any form of theatre of operations knows full well that anyone with this kind of fucking get-up is going to get fucking slotted in 5 minutes. So there is certainly that.
That's why we never gave you a rifle.
No, the thing is, they tried giving me Abe's, but because of the colouring, I just refused. That's why I left it to you.
Well, it was attached to him at the time.
It was too slimy.
Yeah, it's too slimy.
Exactly.
Slippery.
Yeah,
Sticky.
so the traditional pride flag, bisexual, lesbian, non-binary, pansexual, transgender, asexual. Fucking puddle of shit.
God.
Look at this. Happy Pride Month. How fucking disgusting. A free bundle. They can't even, no one even wants to pay for this shit. A free bundle.
Duh.
But the thing is, read between the lines, guys. Read between the lines. Because it's free, they are forcing it onto people. You don't get a choice. It's like fucking fucking game years ago, which had fucking a U2 album embedded into it. No one fucking wanted the fucking music, but it was so embedded that it was forced upon people. This is exactly the same. By making it free, it's not selective, and therefore you have to use it.
Not exactly, because the way this is implemented is you go to the marketplace. It is labeled as free, but you still need to physically claim it to have it.
Right, Hanayama, irrespective of that, is it gay as fuck?
It is.
Yes, but it's not. You don't just get it for logging in. You need to go to the marketplace and physically claim it. So if you don't want it, you do not have to click and get it.
Yeah.
At least there is that.
Yep. It just adds more to the villainizing of LGBT, and it really does suck, because especially at least in America, when we were fighting for gay marriage, and we were pushing for that, and I say this all the time, I'm sure my husband's sick of hearing it, that the goal was to normalize LGBT people. And I mean, just for anybody who doesn't know, I have 2 moms. I identify as bi myself. So I've been in this scene for a very, very long time. I'm not saying I'm like, I encompass everybody. I have all their opinions, but just the disclaimer, I've been there, and I was trying to push for the acceptance of LGBT for many, many years, for decades now. And now we see this crap, and you're villainizing it, and you're making a lot of the criticisms for LGBT that we were fighting against, you're making them come true, and you're making things worse. And this is going against what we fought for, and it makes me so deeply angry.
Yeah, like in the mid and late 90s, mates come out gay. I don't fucking care, and that's why I told them, mate, I fucking knew. I knew, and they're like, "What? You know, it was blatantly obvious." I just didn't bring it up. But now it's literally you live your life. You're like, mate, you want to come down a pub? I didn't care. You know what you do, what you do.
Correct.
And now
because you are you are not your sexuality.
You know, and now now I need that label. I need to go and put a label on everything. History tell us you don't put a label on anything.
This right here, Mustang statement. Most people don't have a problem with people being gay or bi. We just don't want to hear about it constantly.
Yes.
A person is very shallow when that's all they have to identify themselves with.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting.
Well, it's because a lot of people just don't even have personalities anymore, and all they're left with are labels.
Well, that's what we talk. That's what we say about you.
No, I mean, but in all seriousness, we went from somebody came out we went from somebody came out as gay. The obvious response was I don't care, and they would celebrate acceptance because we didn't give a fuck. To now, somebody comes out as gay, we say we don't care, and then it's like, oh, you just hate
you fucking bigot,
and then you're like immediately the fucking villain. It's like, what happened?
Yeah,
what
have you guys seen
the clip? Yep, go ahead.
I've never given a shit about someone being gay, bi, trans. I really don't give a fucking shit. That's your business. What you want to do is up to you. Now, I'm not any of those things, so if you try and include me,
Tom bi. I think that's
come on.
My name's Abe. Shut the fuck up.
Don't make me talk about pinworms.
If you try and include me in any of those activities, I'm going to politely turn around and say, I'm not gay. No, thank you. Just keep that to yourselves. But
well, I'm not but you shouldn't have joined the Navy. You shouldn't have joined the Navy.
Yes. 100%.
Pat on the back.
I saw a clip today on Twitter that made me laugh my ass off. There was like this boy who joined that panel.
He didn't ask, he got kicked.
Sorry.
Okay. Yes, that's that. Where was that? Oh yeah. I saw a clip today that made me laugh my ass off. I hope I can find it because there was this young boy who joined a panel of like obese women that were also identifying as LGBTQ, and he was basically saying that he identifies as he, they, and also that he's fat. And the women on the panel were so fucking offended by that they were basically saying, "No, you're not." I'm trying to figure out if I can find it. I'll show.
What, he couldn't be fat, or he couldn't be he they?
He couldn't. Both, like he couldn't be fat and he they at the same time. It was fucking funny.
Yeah.
What? But they could.
Well, it's a double standard, right? If you hold it against them, they will immediately reflect it.
Yeah. So considering the spike in activist violence, the choice might be ill-advised. So Lakewood, trans. Covenant, trans. Denver, trans. Aberdeen, trans, and so on and so forth. So basically,
I see a pattern.
Fucking ranged estrogen injection. Oh my god. Oh, I transitioned you to dead. Kill the haters with the gay bullets. Bro, I would love to blow a bigot's head off with trans bullets. Fucking, this is just not going down well at all. Shocking. Anyway, it was an interesting thing to wrap up today with. So any of the things that we haven't discussed today will be rolled over to next week if still appropriate. So we were going to do some Captain America fucking take the piss out of, as well as some fucking pack of shite shit, and teaching the Americans how to fucking brew a decent cup of tea. But all of that can wait for the time being. So I'm going to round off with Smoother DJ. What have you got coming up next, sir?
I've got a art stream tomorrow at like 3 p.m. my time, so 2 p.m. UK time. If you want, you can join me for that one. It's just going to be a draw and chill kind of thing. So I'm able to catch up with you guys because I haven't streamed in a couple of days because it's been a crazy 2 weeks because my sleep schedule's been all over the place. I felt like I was living on American Central Time for a couple of days. Yanni can attest to that because I chatted with her semi-regularly. Other than that, well, I've got my birthday coming up on Sunday, so I might actually do a 24-hour stream on Monday. That the day after that, so I can accommodate for Mirden's time difference as well. So we're going to be celebrating together, probably playing a few games, just shooting some shit, you know. Other than that, not much else going on. There's no Dames and Dogs this week, so I'll probably throw on a stream in the night as well. And other than that, well, just subscribe to all the awesome people on the panel here, and yeah, I'm looking forward to next week's episode to see more tomfoolery going on.
Happy days. Thank you very much indeed, sir. And over to the status queef.
I've watched a magnificent show today, and called The Acolyte. Everybody should watch it. It's absolutely lovely. It's one of the best things I've ever watched, especially when you look at diarrhea. So I'm going to do a breakdown on it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to milk that Disney cow and for blue milk, and yeah, let's give that a go, because that best way to do Acolyte, just don't watch it unless you're really going to get some money out of it. That's all I've got to say.
Happy days, happy days. So basically, the words to the wise is don't fucking watch it because it's fundamentally shit.
You know what could improve Acolyte, by the way? Just add a laugh track to it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Actually, audience laughter. That's not a bad shout.
Yeah. That's not going to help.
It probably won't help, but it will make it better. That's the difference. I mean, the thing is, you could just do a black screen for 60 minutes and it would be better.
Yes.
So there is that argument. Right, okay, next person, Greg.
Hi. What have I got coming up? I don't know really. I've still got some Zombie Army edits to do, so I might put a video out this weekend or two actually. I think we're going to probably try and get together and do some World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft, Peter.
Friday. Are you playing Fridays, Tomby?
Probably.
Who is that?
Who do you fucking think it is?
It's probably Stasis Queef by the sound of him.
He's queefing.
I've been threatening to invade one of Mr. Porkchop's streams sometime, so hopefully we'll get time to do that during the day one day. But tomorrow I've got to take my car back to the garage for the fourth time to fix a fucking simple thing that they're too incompetent. Don't get me started. All right, go to someone else.
Why don't you fix it yourself? If it's simple.
It's not that simple.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, hey, babe. Where are you going to be? What are you going to be doing? Anything interesting coming up?
Not much, really. You'll see me haunting everyone's chats. There's that.
Great.
And my sink is just knackered, so I'm going to have to repair that as well. So, totally mundane bollocks.
So the important question is, when are you officially proposing to Daily Dysfunction?
Probably when I see you.
Okay, so not totally putting you on the spot right now, of course. Fingers crossed. Good luck. All right, Ickly Pickly. Solo Lair, let's put you on the spot.
Oh, thanks. World of Warcraft beta. And start stripping out the front garden, ready for it being rejuvenated.
Yep. So we're going to be doing some housework. Sadly, my dwarf willow tree died out the front of the house due to the fucking wisteria killing it. So we're going to be doing some housework, myself and Tam, but certainly World of Warcraft beta, and we will be pulling in the rest of the guys as well at the appropriate moments. But yes, indeedy do. Next. Shit, where's the fucking magical button? Fuck. There it is. Yanni!
Technology's hard.
Especially that mute button.
Mm-hmm. Yanni?
Crickets.
Okay, I'll just talk for Yanni very briefly. If you want a gift for your loved ones, or you love crocheting yourself, or doing some arts and crafts, why not check out pineandcauldron.com by the amazing Yowich.
Okay,
Yeah.
my name's Abe, and I do all the adverts for fucking Zombie. So this is pineandcauldron.com, where you find all things kind of like shiny and yarn. So between every 2 pine trees, kinky, there is a door leading to a new way of life, which is a famous quote from John Muir. Oh, Yanni's back. Oh, shit, fuck. Where's the magical button?
You just keep talking.
There it is. Hello, dear friends. Thank you for visiting Pine and Cauldron.
God damn it.
Amongst the serene landscapes of
One
the
job.
Pacific Northwest.
I feel you, Yanni. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
So,
I fucking hate this thing.
Oscar, I'm going to disappear because Abe sucks massive wank. So,
he's in the room, right?
Who is?
Abe is in the room, you know. I'm just saying.
Oh my god, you guys are so sweet. I'm sorry. I wasn't on mute, but
right.
for some reason my mic decided, no, fuck you, bitch. So yes, anyways, no, I can't do a better pitch than what they just did right there. Pineandcauldron.com, my hand-dyed yarns. I'm currently working on a larger order for a local yarn shop here in Washington that sells them. So if you happen to be, let's see, north of Seattle, there is a little yarn shop called All Wound Up that you can go see Pine and Cauldron yarn in person. Otherwise, I have some stuff coming up as Yarn Witch, but that's a little ways out. But that's about it. So thanks.
Sounds good.
Oh, happy days, happy days. I can do this one here. Let's unclick that. Who haven't I spoke to? Hanayama.
Indeed. But it's the usual, basically, writing on my little project still, that again may or may not ever see the light of day. In the meantime, shitting on people on Twitter and reviewing, or currently reviewing Sword of the Stranger, because it's not like I've seen the movie 9 times, but if you haven't, then go watch Sword of the Stranger. And by extension, because it's out of Netflix and nobody is out of excuses anymore, watch Godzilla -1, the original, because the English dub fucking sucks.
Shit.
And it fucking sucks. And they fucked up the final line of the movie, which is the absolute worst tragedy of the entire fucking dub. So watch it in the original. It's on Netflix, and Godzilla -1 Color, the black and white version, will release approximately next month. So if you have not seen that one and you've still seen the movie, go watch it again.
Watch it again. It's excellent.
Happy
days. And my tortoise is called Gojira. I have a tortoise and his name's Gojira.
Oh, nice.
Your tortoise is a kaiju then.
Right. And my turn before I fox Oscar and release everybody into the yonder. Going to be playing Baldur's Gate 3 in just over 15 minutes.
Oh my.
So make sure you pop in and come and take some time with myself and Dommy. Tomorrow, Friday, Saturday is going to be World of Warcraft, the War Within beta. Fucking dickhead, or I'm fucking banning this
Just
cunt.
mute him.
Yeah, he's fucking... Nah, I'm going to fucking remove him altogether. In fact, no, fuck it. I'm removing fucking you and you and you and...
I'm an angel.
And it's gone.
And it's gone. But yeah, I'm going to be playing some Final Fantasy on Sunday as well with Smoot and Mirren.
Yes.
But yeah, it's basically going to be MMOs and gaming for the foreseeable. And yeah, until next time, guys, thank you very much indeed. Like, share, subscribe, pop into the description. Make sure you pop into the rest of these dickheads' fucking chat, except for fucking Stasis Geek, because he's a fucking prick. Until next time,
indeed,
you look after yourselves,
God's
guys.
fucking speed.
Love you guys.
Bye,
Bye, folks.
Bye, friends.
Bye.
Bye.
Sayonara, bitches.